vodka's in the right spot. I moved it over just a little bit.
It's been a while. So are you feeling all right? Do you know where everything is? All the buttons and all that stuff?
Well, I don't have to push a lot of buttons, fortunately.
That's true. So since you haven't been here a while, I was going to actually have you do everything.
Oh, wow.
I was kind of, I don't like pushing all the buttons anymore.
Tired.
Come
on, you not liking to push buttons? Come on. Come on.
That joke works on many levels. How's everybody doing? It is Thursday once again. It is time for beverage podcasting. I have missed this guy here so much.
I have missed being here and you and everyone.
And all of you as well,
yes,
of course.
All of you, of course.
Of course. And if you don't know who we are, I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith.
And we are About Beverages. And that is what we're going to be doing tonight. We're going to have a couple different beers. We've got a bourbon we're going to have later. We're going to have, I think, a ton of conversation because we both went on separate trips. So we'll probably have a little bit to talk about there. There's some either different beers that we had. One of them you're bringing to the tasting table that we'll have for a podcast in a little bit. So lots of things to talk about. And all of you, what have you guys been having? Tell us, let us know as we hang out here and do all this stuff. So I am super glad to be back. I was glad when I texted you yesterday that I got a better affirmative this morning.
The affirmative.
The affirmative. Right. I'm like, that's right. I'm here.
You got to be well rested and ready to go. Okay. So I'm one of those two. No, I'm just kidding. Pick one.
But all right, well, we're going to start off with one of the ones that I had while I was out in California. So we'll talk about that a little bit. This is a beverage that I got. Actually, I have. I can't remember if I untapped about this one or not. I will have to go back and look. Maybe we'll do that as we're talking here. That's been one of the things I've been trying to do if you're following us on Untapped, as we've actually gotten a few new followers there, so appreciate that.
Nice.
We try and put up the little quick beverage reviews, and actually they help us out a lot too, because definitely I'll be like, have I had that before? What did I think of this? And I've even tried to, late this week, I've been very much about using the Distiller app, which is for whiskeys and bourbons and things of that nature. I think you can use gin, and I think you can do other stuff. I have not yet. But this week I was trying to be like, you know what? I need to start going through even what I have here, like tasting it. So I think I got through like 4 or 5. I like his shirt too.
Yeah, I got that. I think I've worn this a few other times on the show, but...
Did the Cubs play yet today? They didn't. Are they playing right now?
No, they're off day today.
Oh, okay. They won yesterday though, right?
Yeah. They took 2 out of 3 from San Diego.
There we go.
Had a tough time with the Giants. But.
Are they still neck and neck? And they were only back like half a game or something like that from the Cardinals?
Remember. No, the Cardinals are...
Or not from
the Brewers.
Yeah.
But I think the Brewers lost. I think it's actually, I don't know if the Brewers played today, but the Cubs were, I think, a half game up then after yesterday.
Fantastic.
As of close of play Wednesday night. But I know the Cubs are off today. I'm not sure about the Brewers. So
the Brewers. Are you a Brewers fan? No, I'm a Bruin.
I'm a Bruin.
Early Cheers reference.
That's what. You drinking beer right now? No, I'm a Bruin.
That would be good.
You and Jason.
I like that.
I was thinking about that. Are you guys? Is there any?
We haven't. Yeah, there has been no. We are actually going to see them on Saturday, though. Finally, for the first time, and for the first time in a long time, we were finally going to see them. What do we got to do? Let me hit this button. These are all the beverages we're having tonight. So there's all those things. Currently, the one we're having right now is this very boring looking can. I think they just use this for their Liberty Station stuff. Like no new fancy graphics or anything. But this is the 8th anniversary beer from Stone. It is a Blood Orange Sour IPA. 7.5% ABV. I won't read the flavor profile because we'll just talk about it. Not super hoppy, 35 IBUs. And they have this in 4-pack, so I grabbed a 4-pack while I was there. And I, like I said, this is the last one, so I've had the other 3. The other 3 have been consumed.
Okay.
But I'm interested to hear, like I said, your opinion as well as to, we talk about a lot. Like sometimes we'll have something and I always give you a hard time. We're like, well, I've already had one of these.
Right.
But it's true, though. We, more often than not, when we actually sit here and discuss it, like completely, like my either opinion changes or it's like accentuated in a different way because you're really actually thinking about it.
There's more, more critical palate thinking goes on, more analysis than
my palatial thinking.
Yes.
Oh man, but yeah, it was a good trip. I did not bring back near as much beer as I thought.
Yeah,
like I said, we drank like a little bit, here and there, and had stuff. Like I said, just going to some fun places. But yeah, overall a good time. Osiris of Silence. I like that name. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you for your little Iron Maiden sounder right there as well.
Yeah, I was expecting to hear that you came home with a big cooler, or I don't know if you were going up to Anaheim to tap into the...
I thought we were going, and that just didn't happen. Okay. It just got a little bit too busy. Like I said, we did a couple of beach days, and and some other things, and that just never came up.
This is,
yeah.
I definitely get the bitter of an IPA.
Yeah, bitter at the back. Yeah.
And I get a little bit of orange. Kind of. It's actually better on the retro or whatever. There's actually a little, like, when it repeats a little
Seems
bit.
like you get a little more flavor that way, don't you? Yeah, I agree.
Initially,
I agree.
it's like it's bitter, so that doesn't make it thirst quenching, but yet the little bit of orange in there tells your brain this is going to be quenching and so it's like there's competing, like,
and the body's kind of like Gosa Berliner Weiss thin. It's like lighter, thinner like that, where that's kind of like watery and refreshing. But yeah, then the bitter is there.
Yeah.
I don't think the fruit and the sour there is a tart there, but it's not the tart I was expecting. And the fruit that I was hoping was, like, I thought it was going to be a little bit more forward with the orange. It's a little, for me, more like lemony, like lemon orange, which I'm seeing even in the description. They kind of mention that lemon candy, blood orange, tropical fruit because of the hops. Then they say dank hops though, but juicy orange, like I'm not getting, like that's.
I don't get juicy orange. I get more like.
I'm getting the tart though, for sure.
I get the tart. I don't really get sour from it.
No, I get tart, I guess. Yeah, I guess, which, sometimes those kind of definitely interplay a little bit, but I know what you're saying there. But yeah, overall, I was a little disappointed.
Yeah. Kind of like you took some of your favorite band members from different bands and put them together and expected them to play a song.
So you're saying this is the Traveling Wilburys of beers. Is that what you're saying?
No, the Traveling Wilburys is better than that.
That is the correct answer to that. That's the correct answer. But are you so tired of being lonely?
Yes.
So tired of being... I liked it. I just didn't like. I think it was like.
Yeah, I think what it is there's like, it's competing.
Pocket, how's it going? Good to see you, Pocket.
Hello there. Oh, I thought maybe you might still be working. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're out. You're out.
Every time you think she's out, she pull her back in. It's wonderful to see you. Wonderful.
It's like it's competing a little bit too much. It's different. Oh, my palate or my brain is telling me this is what this is going to taste like, and then this other kind of concept kind of comes in and confuses me a little bit. So it's funny. We had I bought one of the beers I bought from Dark Sky was called Sunny D, and it was sour. It was 4.5% sour, and when I opened it, you could definitely tell they were going for that orange. Sort of that orange thing.
Which Sunny D is kind of like orange tropical. Like it's got some other like flavors in it, right?
So it made me think of, there was that neon, the Orange Julius one that I brought over, the neonic, which we were like, we wanted to like it, but we really didn't.
Yeah.
But the one from Dark Sky was, it actually I thought had better flavor. I was actually, some of their stuff, I bought 5 beers. 5 beers while I was there from Dark Sky. And as a lot of beer companies do, they're even right there at the brewery, it's a little pricey. They're $6 or $7 a can.
Okay.
So
will you be pouring this for me when I get home?
Right. And I think one of them that we tried in November at my house was that pecan stout one, right? I think so that was good. But then I opened one was a West Coast IPA, and that was good.
Okay.
And then I opened a hazy that they had, and I didn't really even like that one very much.
Oh wow, okay.
So then they've kind of been, I guess overall I have been good. I don't know.
The hazy one, was it actually like bad off flavors, or you just didn't like it?
I don't know what it was. It just didn't seem, there just wasn't a lot there. And just wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. Okay. I didn't think it was. I definitely didn't think that one was worth the money. But so then I opened that sour, and I was like, oh, they actually did a pretty. And I had Pocket try it, and she didn't. Nice crash.
Calico's, you are on time. Calico, you are. I'm actually on time. Or do you guys just crash and thus the streamer timer reset? No, you are on time and it looks like
something
we're
happened?
good. No,
Okay.
I think
All
we're good. We're good. The stream time thing, who knows if that often works? I don't know. But you are on time. We've only been on here for like 15 minutes. It is good to see you. Fantastic. We are finally back.
But it was...
Was it sour a little too much beer for Pocket?
Well, but not as much as the Orange Julius one had been.
Okay.
That one, I could instantly tell that, that wasn't. But with this one, she's like, yeah, she's like a little too much. She's like, but not as much as the other one was. And I enjoyed the Dark Sky Sunny D sour.
So was I'm sorry, what was the name of the one you were talking? The sour, not the Sunny D one, but this other.
The one. Well, I brought a can over at that time. That Orange Julius one. We tried the Neonic.
I know. Okay, no, but what was the one you said that you had? And you're like, oh, this one's good. They can do good thing. You were just talking about because you said.
It's called Sunny D.
Oh, that was the Sunny D one?
Yeah.
Okay, but that still was not okay.
It was better than the.
So was that a kettle sour, or was that actually like soured? Like
didn't say.
Okay.
I did not. I was.
And it was how much?
It's 6 or 7. I'd have to check.
So probably kettle sour then.
I probably. Well, I mean, 16-ounce can.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I ordered a couple things from Tap and Bottle today. I hadn't ordered from them in a few weeks, and I went and looked because I was kind of running. I surprisingly have like a lot of stouts, and I have not been wanting to have I've been feeling like having stouts in the evenings. Like I've been looking for that flavor profile, but when I go to have something while I'm streaming and it turns into 95 degrees in here, not looking for a stout. It's weird. I know, shocking. So that's been kind of a bummer. So I made sure I kind of weighted a little bit more toward that way, but I ordered a Sour Nova. They had a strawberry Sour Nova from Almanac.
Oh,
and I think that one was around 6. That was why all of a sudden I was like, I just called that a kettle. I'm like, but maybe it's not because Almanac.
This was 6. The Sunny.
Okay, it might not have been then.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you see any other barrels around? Like they look like they were aging things?
Well, they do have. So one of the ones I have, I still have at the house. It was called Circadian Rhythm, and they actually aged it in their own footers.
Footers. I think.
Footers.
Right? Isn't it like footers?
Footers. Yeah.
Foeders. How do you spell it? Yeah.
And that one was a $6.
Because I think we were saying footers or something like that, and then I think we looked it up, and it was more like food or foot. Do you guys have Untapped? Son of a bitch, we just talked about that. We actually do. You're correct. Here, let me put the link in chat.
Here comes the link in chat.
Because we actually, and I have been trying to put I was always pretty good about putting stuff on here, but we've both been trying to do even more of this as of late. Let's see. I think if I go here, can I just share this? Let's see how we do this. Yeah, see. One right there. Find friends, search for friends, sort for friends. How do I, hold on. Let me look so I can actually give you a link. I'll put it, or did I actually create one at some point? Oops. That'd be amazing if I actually had done that. No, I hadn't.
Okay.
I was like, damn, did I do it?
I thought maybe you did.
I was super excited right there. Maybe if I go there. I don't really drink enough to warrant its usage for me, but my dad sure does, and he sure as hell loves telling me that he's logging new IPA when he's drinking it. Well, then we've got it. Like I said, I've got to well, then at least like I said, your dad has to start following us for God's sakes, because we're doing that a lot. See all this unique badges, friends. How can I? Wait, maybe if I click there, will it tweet it out? Nope, that's just where my Twitter is. Hold on. Untapped sometimes a little funky with this stuff. I want to find it, though, desperately now.
Yeah, I don't know how many. I keep seeing all these badges that are being opened, and I'm like, how many badges can there be?
Sometimes, well, a lot of them, it's just like you keep leveling up different badges. Like I'll have a beer, and all of a sudden it's like you unlocked, that you had a high alcohol beer, and it was an IPA, and it was this thing, and like, all that kind of stuff. Recent activity. Maybe it's under my profile? No, that's where I was a second ago. Wish list, see all this, your events, top beers. Top beers, Pliny the Elder, get out of town. I had that on draft. I had that on draft twice.
I saw the one time you tweeted about it.
Very good.
And they weren't selling growlers of that?
No, no, they were not. No, they were not. Personal stats, beer history, friend. Was bad as venues. Counts, maybe account settings. No, I don't want to update my password. Privacy blocked. We have enough trouble with that when that happens. Man, you'd think they would make a really good version for this. Like, really easy way to, like, just share a link. Well, just search for About Beverages on Untapped.
Have your dad search for About Beverages.
Yeah, have your dad search for About Beverages on Untapped. Son of a gun. They should make that easier. Recent activity. It's not under my profile, which is weird. You would think that's where it would be, like share your link, share your list.
Right.
Whatever.
Help.
Oh. Help. Need somebody.
I want to follow somebody. Help.
Maybe well, this seems silly,
follow
but
About Beverages. Help.
I don't know if this will wind up.
I need a link.
Maybe that works. Try that. I don't know if you're actually on Untapped right now. You logged in on your PC or whatever. But yeah, just search for About Beverages and you can find it that way. And I will immediately say, yes, you can look at our stuff. Like I said, I usually try and look every couple days as I'm putting up stuff. I try and get that up there. So I will immediately say yes.
Because isn't that the link now that's on our site under the drink database?
Perhaps. Did I change that?
I think you did, because the spreadsheet wasn't linking anymore.
Yeah, that sounds like something I would do. That we were talking about it, and we're like, "Oh, it's too bad that doesn't work anymore."
I think you did that.
All right, I'll check then right now while we're talking about it. I should make then the other links available too. So the other app, like I said, I know there's so many of these apps. So I was thinking about that today. I saw other people that I follow on Twitter, and all of a sudden they were like, if you really want to look and support, you can follow me on this. I'm like, what is this app? I feel like, as someone that is we're kind of running like a little bit of a social media empire here. We're in the empire business. I feel like that there are way too many things that we have to keep up with between TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. We've pretty much eliminated Facebook just because it was kind of didn't do anything for us and also wasn't working. Yeah. That was the final straw. A website, YouTube. What else do we do? Twitch. And then all of a sudden I'm seeing Untapped. And then now I use this distiller app, which is for kind of like spirits and such, mostly for whiskeys and bourbons right now for me. So it's like all those things going on. It's like, oh my God, how many more things do you need?
That's the Vaynerchuk thing, though, that you said. Didn't you say, take your content, put it on as many platforms as possible?
That's a fair point. Look at that. It did.
Yeah. I changed it because the spreadsheet, for whatever reason, was no longer working.
Okay. Here, I'll put this link in here then too. There you go. Pretty much the same link. I think that one just links. That one actually links directly to the most recent beers that we've had, whereas the other one is like our account, which then I think you can follow. Good that you remember that. I had totally forgotten we did that. That's hilarious. I don't know if we've rated this one, so let's take a look at that. Stone Brewing. It's probably this one. No, not Lifeblood. There we go. I have not. All right, let's rate this one.
On 1 to 5 beer caps?
On yeah, I can go up to 5, obviously. This is like a It's like a 3 1/4. Like, it's not bad. Like, it's just kind of, and like, this would probably be like a good pool beer where it's like, it's not too heavy. Might be a little bit more bitter than you'd want it to be.
Yeah, I wouldn't want the bitter part in there.
I had a feeling you might say that.
Well, because the bitter part's what I pick up on first.
It could be just because you're around me right now.
That's right.
Extra hint of bitterness.
Yes, my bitter radar.
Your bitterness is tingling.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Tingling bitterness. Actually, that'd be good.
That's a good stage name right there. Hey, and now coming to the stage for the first time, Tingling Bitterness.
Yeah, let's give a round of applause for
a big round of applause.
Bitterness.
Give a loud Arizona welcome to Tingling Bitterness. Dear God.
To me, there's too much of the bitter for that. I would want more refreshing for pool goodness, for pool fun.
What do you get in the nose? It's kind of like a little light, a little lemon orange kind of thing.
Mild.
Oh, I like mild. Let's go with that.
Mild. That's funny. He loves telling me that he's logging a new IPA beer when he's drinking it.
And then you'd say the bitterness. You say, so would you call it dank or just bitterness in general?
I think it's bitter. I don't get a lot. I mean, there might be a little bit of dank in there, but yeah, I guess there's a little high dank, but to me, it's the heavy bitter that comes through. And they're
then
saying
what?
it's an IPA, and that's
then,
fine.
And then tart and
And then, yeah, orange finish, but
I put bitter finish somehow hits first? Question mark.
The bitter. Well, I guess it's not the bitter finish then.
I mean, it's
bitter
it's the bitter
component
at the back. The bitter.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where it hits.
This is the first to be noticed. It's like the pieces in there are just too disparate. They need to be like too far apart for me.
Pleasant.
Not to say bad pieces, but
light body, pleasant.
All
right, 3 1/4.
Pleasant and confirm.
See, middle of the road, level 41.
Wow.
I don't know how middle of the road is beers between 5 and 10%. But that's not
what they pretty much all are.
I guess that is middle. Yeah, that's
most of them.
That's like so many beers.
What, 85% of them are probably between 5 and 10%?
All right, we did that one. And we were about people like not a huge as much fan of that one as compared to others.
Yeah.
So but yeah, a couple of the other beers actually I want to make mention of, and I want to look them up on here as I talk about them. So of the few that I brought back 2 from Modern Times. We stopped by the Modern Times. It's in like the North Park area of California. And one of them I got was called Reparations.
Reparations.
Yeah, and it actually is making reference to what you'd think I'm making reference to when you're talking
Seinfeld?
about reparations. No, not Seinfeld, but no, actual reparations for like I said, you know what that used to be is like we demand reparations.
Reparations.
There it is. Reparations. And it is a delicious stout. 3 cheers, introvert. How's it going? Good to see you. It was a collaboration beer with Great Notion. Outrageously tasty new imperial stout that benefits a critically important cause. The project was held by Modern Times African American Employee Resource Group. Here's their statement regarding the beverage. So Modern Times is supporting in a significant way, along with Great Notion Brewery, a beer aptly named Reparations. Recently, it was inspired by the Black is Beautiful Imperial Stout, which numerous breweries, including Modern Times, did as well. So it's kind of combined in all of those. Fortunately, they don't show what the rest of, but it's heavy and chocolatey and delicious. Like it's
nice. Wow, 11.5%.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Like I said, so I was able to get one of those like in a can. I think it was like a $10 or $11 kind of thing. And then the other one I got, which I know this one is amazing, but I have to look up exactly what it was. But I think this is another like bourbon barrel aged something. This is also Modern Times Cosmic. They have too many beers with the word cosmic in its silence, apparently, because it won't just on
the Cosmic.
There it is. This one's 14%.
Wow.
That's
heavy for the summertime.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you drink it here?
Have I drank it yet?
Yeah.
No, I haven't yet. I still have it. No, I just took a picture of it. No, I brought these back, so I have both of them.
Okay.
This one I was thinking about probably like Thanksgiving or Christmas or something like that, like a sinking way ahead.
Moly.
Was born of our two of our first ever bourbon barrel aged beers with Belmont, Cosmic Entity, and Temple of Silence. So it's a blend of 2 different ones.
Okay.
Features a robust body, thoroughly delightful. So chocolate, oaky character from the bourbon barrels, and finishes with a subtle sweetness. So yeah, that one also sounded delicious. That one was like I said, definitely that was a 750 mil, and that one was on the pricier side. But
okay.
I was like, I've never seen that one
750.
before.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, so that one at least was a bomber size, but it was priced accordingly. I think it was $28 or $30, something like that.
Okay.
So it was one of those, and then I can't remember. I got like something else there that we actually did have, but I had gotten 2 of those reparations, and we had one of them. And then thankfully at Tap and Bottle, when I ordered today, they had the AleSmith Speedway Stout that we had gotten out there that had the coffee and coconut and everything in it. So I was able to get a couple of those here like locally. So that was neat. But yeah, because I saw actually Tap and Bottle North is having like an AleSmith like tap takeover like giant thing tonight. I was like, damn it, we should have done this on the road.
Oh wow, yeah,
Keith and I should have gone down there
live.
Yeah, next time we should just do that. Just like go in there, just like bring in my phone and just like
we'll hook up. We got the microphones and.
Had any maple syrup recently? Like literally just maple syrup or like something aged in a maple syrup barrel? Because that we haven't had in a while, but we have done a podcast on a beer that was aged in a maple syrup barrel. couple of them.
One
Technically,
of our,
this Canadian Breakfast Stout also is aged in a maple syrup barrel.
Yeah.
But it was the clown shoes.
Yeah. Yep. We were hoping that price wise that might be a reasonable substitution at a better price, but I think it was okay.
It was good. It was not as good.
No,
it was not as like rich and
that.
flavorful as I thought it was going to be, which was kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, I bought. We just started carrying at the store. Wow.
Barrow 88, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
These followers are interrupting my train of thought. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you. It's good.
The son of a bitch.
We can get that train going again.
Yeah, that's right. I meant on like a breakfast like item, but I guess understanding the nature of this program, you would hone in on maple syrup. I know. I wasn't sure.
We weren't sure.
I usually take it the completely wrong way when people ask something like that in the Blue Chat. So yeah, I have not had any maple syrup lately.
Not lately.
The last time I had some was the delicious bourbon barrel maple syrup that you always get me every year from Trader Joe's. That is absolutely fantastic. I warm it up just a little bit. I've had it with pancakes. I used to buy these. They weren't worthy of it, but they were really good. It was the Jimmy Dean makes pancake and sausage on a stick. And it looks like a corn. It literally looks like a corn dog, and I'll make like a couple of those, and then it's literally like pancake and delicious sausage, and I dip that in that bourbon maple syrup. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, that's what I ever like. Do you ever perform a little naughty? Do you drink it? I just start drinking it down. No, I have not.
I haven't. I could do a syrup tasting though.
I would though. That'd be pretty good.
It's cool. You have like olive oil tastings. There's all kinds of different things you could do.
I wonder what. Like I know they've done like what is it like there's different versions with like the grade A and grade B. Like I wonder if I could actually taste the difference between those.
Well, they're different those are different in like color and
is that also
too.
A lot of things playing in that? Okay,
and they changed it. It used to be like A and B and even C, I think, and now it's just like extra fun. I don't know. I had read up on it at one time. I've kind of gotten out of that, but yes, there is different maple syrup grading.
I spelled that terribly wrong. No, I didn't. The grading system for actually, we should go back one here. I think there's a graphic we can just look at. Maple syrup grades. Oh, error request. What?
Yeah, grade A gold. Okay.
All right, grade A. So yeah, we've got fancy, grade A medium amber, grade A dark amber, grade B, and grade C is commercial. Oh, previous grading system. Here's the current grading system. Okay, there you go. So grade A, delicate color or delicate golden color with delicate flavor. Grade A, amber color with rich flavor. Grade A, dark. Oh, there's two different grades of A. Why would you have two grades?
There's three A's. There's four A's there. They're all A's.
I guess B and C, they were like, people are not going to buy these if we call them B and C.
Probably.
I'm probably usually more in that what used to be grade B kind of section. Like I don't know if I've ever had any of the fancy. Have you ever had any of anything
you
like
probably that? That one that you get is probably probably falls into one of those upper, I would guess.
Do you think it's probably the barrel aging though that maybe darkens it a little bit? Because like color wise, I would look at it as like the dark color one, but that could actually be it. Maybe the maple syrup, the aging in there though. Who would have thought that we'd have a maple syrup conversation? But man,
we may have to
I just want some
delve
pancakes.
into that a little bit more. We'll whip up breakfast. We'll have a cup of coffee. It'll be a completely new About Beverages.
Breakfast and beverages.
Breakfast with Bev.
It's our B&B.
That's right. Breakfast with Beverages.
That'll be something if we ever do some sort of charity thing. It'll be like that'll be like the high end of like the goal. It's like, okay, if we hit this goal for this charity, we'll do like a breakfast stream where we're just like having breakfast like things. Like maybe like we're making like mimosas. We'll have coffee. We'll be like tasting them with everything. We'll like do a whole stream
waffles,
like that. Yeah, that'll be the end goal. If you want to see a 2-hour B&B stream. Yeah, I like that idea. Yeah, we could even you know what we could like have different things like can you tell if this is vegan bacon or vegan something, like you could have like something like that.
Man, it'd be like an all day event, all weekend maybe.
It'd be a whole brunch. So we're doing that on your birthday festivities. Now we're doing. Little did you know it's turning into a podcast.
It is.
Everyone's walking out. They're like, "Why are these cameras on?" We have like the cameras like
live stream,
like Albert Brooks had in was it Real People or Real Life?
Yeah.
We have those giant cameras on. We're walking around like. No one, everyone left. No one's going in the pool. Oh man! So how was the rest of your trip though? Like I said, so we've got a lot of beers that we're going to try, or a beer that we're going to try from that.
Yeah.
We got some other things. Everything else went well.
Yeah, no, it was good. We stopped at Dark Sky and Mother Road. I actually ran into somebody that used to work at Trader Joe's on Campbell. he was actually working for Mother Road.
Oh.
And he, I was ordering stuff, and then he gave me a 4-pack of beer, he's like, I get to give away beer. He's like, here, you can have it. And I was like, okay.
He's like, I'm fired now, but I got to do this one last time.
I get to do it once.
I get to do it once.
They said you could do it once, and I did it for you. So, but that was funny. I bought, including tax, I bought 5 beers, 5 16-ounce cans at Dark Sky, and I spent about $35.
$35, yeah.
Granted, the guy gave me a 4-pack, but I did tip him well. I bought 3 32-ounce growlers and a 4-pack, and I spent about the same.
At Mother Road?
At Mother Road.
Oh,
yeah. So they don't do their the Lost Highway.
Oh, the Black IPA?
They don't do that outside the brewery sales anymore. So I did buy a growler of that, which I still have. Yeah, they don't. He said they don't, because usually we were carrying that at the store, but they're not doing that.
Oh, interesting.
And then what else did I get? I got I got a brown that he gave me a sample of, and I got another IPA that he gave me. I still have them. Maybe I should. Who knows? Maybe those need to be a podcast next week, because I don't know how long the growlers have gone unopened. But that's been a few weeks now.
They can usually hold up pretty well.
I would hope so.
I feel like the perfectly chiseled question could be carved into you and send you down a wonderful tangent. That was a wonderful tangent.
That does happen sometimes.
Yeah, pretty easily.
Yeah, well, especially if it's something tasty.
Very easily distracting.
Beverage and / food related, which is what this show is about.
That's true.
Primarily, it's also about discussion. It's also about chat. So when someone lobs a softball of opportunity to conversation, we're gonna take a swing.
So while we were on our little bit of a hiatus, I guess, from doing this on Thursdays, we'll say that we've had some things sent to us. Do you want to see some things?
Oh, some things.
Do you want to check out some things and stuff?
I'm sure.
Okay.
We've had things sent to us.
So we've had things sent to us that we need to test out. So I had a tea company reach out to us.
Oh.
So we've got some teas here. Some tons of samples here, which I know this is not great on the podcast, but I have not opened some of these. We can check these out.
Wow.
Quickly, but we can talk about this. It's a what is the name of it? So Plum Deluxe Tea, is that the name of the tea company? Yes. PlumDeluxe.com. They are like a tea service. So they send out not only obviously samples like this, but you can order. It's kind of one of those services where you can like either have like every month you want a new tea sent to you, or different tea little gift packages and things. Or if you have your favorites, obviously you can just keep ordering those. But we've got this one is a decaf reading nook blend tea. I thought you'd appreciate these names. They're all like very like like names that you or I would come up with.
Oh yeah,
if we were making stuff.
Current conversation Oolong Tea.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I mentioned, and it was actually nice. They when they reached out, I told them some of the things that we liked, and look, they sent one with the Darjeeling Royal Darjeeling Black Tea.
Yeah. There's a smoky one somewhere in here too. Oh, Fireside Chat Black Tea, but it's got also rooibos ginger. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so these are kind of interesting. So I don't know how we'll incorporate this in the next couple of weeks. Like if we just do like some sort of giant amalgam podcast and like just try a bunch of teas.
It has
or whatever.
essences of love and gratitude.
That's something I look for in my teas.
Who was the supplier of the love and the gratitude?
Oh God, I don't know. Why is there an expiration date?
I can really taste the love.
Yeah. This one is Royal Darjeeling Black Tea. So this one has black tea, but then it has safflower, a couple different kinds of flowers. Has caffeine. So this one is mostly Darjeeling, and then they just put in other stuff just for coloring. A blend of joy pairs with creativity, reading and writing, conversation and relaxing.
We should try.
So
we should try a couple of these next week.
Yeah, this one has rosebuds, lavender, chamomile, love, gratitude also in here. Natural flavor, no caffeine.
This must be okay. So here's the bag. Here's all of the bags are this size.
Yep. Yeah. This is kind of fun. Okay, so we've got three this size. That these are probably all
4.
Oh, you've got one there too. Yes. All right. So we've got 4 that are this size.
4 this size.
And this, I don't know, what size do you think? Like, what do you think? This isn't even a quarter pound. Probably 2 ounces.
Yeah, probably more than 2 ounces, but it's a good size. That's a good
2.5 ounces.
There's
somewhere
a few
in there.
brews in there.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
4
definitely.
like that, and then that one.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. What one is that one? That's just a Heritage Black. So I don't know if that one was like, that's just the sample size that, sometimes like, when you work at a place, sometimes it's like, oh, here's this quick sample you can just throw in there.
It's all organic. It's Assam black tea.
Okay. Well, you've said a couple
things
African.
Here.
Also could be pricey. I have not smelled any of these. Do you want to smell some of these?
Oh, guess what's in Vermont maple extract. So there we go.
I did not know that. You sure the little one is tea, introvert?
I hope so.
I think we'll find out.
I hope they sent us tea.
I have not smelled it. You want to smell some of these too?
Like, I don't want to open that little bag because
this first. That one will leave closed. Like since it's just a black tea there, I don't want to lose any of it.
I do. You know, I do love tea.
I know. That's why I was excited when they reached out to us. So again, this is hashtag not an ad. They sent me these samples. We will taste them. We will talk about them. Like I said, we're not pushing anything in any way. If we do wind up liking them, it looks like I've got some coupons here I can give out to people. 1, put the kettle on. You want a full boil on the black teas, oolongs, and herbals, less than boiling for green and white teas. Add 1 teaspoon of tea leaves. Steep according to the instructions on the packet and tea. Then add milk or sweetener to your liking and enjoy. Ooh, would you?
I dug into that one a little too. I jumped in. I mean, it's good. I was glad I didn't read it because I'm kind of just like being surprised.
I definitely get the flavoring thing element in that one.
Oh yeah,
little vanilla and lavender.
Ooh. And then there's a little pineapple.
Wait, what?
There's a little pineapple at the end. Last.
Oh. I don't know if I would have picked up, but there is a little something there at the end. Interesting. All right, what was this one?
It smells like pineapple upside down cake. Oh. It does.
Okay.
I was like,
I'm noticing all of these seem to have a little sweetness going on in there.
They almost smelled like
at least that's 2 in a row.
Yeah, like a little.
This one is vanilla walnut chocolate essences. Okay, so that's why.
Wow,
I'm
excited.
This one smells really good actually. This Fireside Chat black tea. This one actually smells pretty good.
Is that the one I smelled already?
I think so. Did you smell? I think you smelled that one, right? The Fireside Chat one.
Yeah, that one's the.
I did that one.
That one's good. Yeah, that's good stuff.
What was the one you put your nose too far into? Was it just the Royal Darjeeling one? Or was it the Fireside? I love that one. That has like almost like a little cinnamon, like a spice note in there.
Yeah,
too,
I think that was the one.
This just smells like good black
nice
tea.
And fruity. The current one.
This is the Darjeeling Black Tea.
Yeah, that smells good.
Yeah, that smells really
just nice tea. Tea goodness.
Obviously, that'd be the one to start with, other than the other tiny one, which is probably
just the love and kindness has sweetness. Also, that's true. You put love and kindness together with sweetness.
Mm-hmm.
This is a potent combination.
You get that's how you get Walter Payton right there. You got a little sweetness. Nailed it.
That is fantastic. Yes. No, I actually would look very forward to.
Oh, this current conversation actually smells good too.
Yeah.
The only thing I would say though, I don't know if I'd want to add like an extract to an oolong. Like usually an oolong kind of being, but I don't know. Maybe this grade isn't as like
right.
Still very good. Like I'm not disseminating whatever they use.
Don't open this near a fan. It might blow all of our precious leaves across the. And speaking of fan, is there a fan on in here besides the ceiling fan?
No.
I feel like it feels cooler in here.
I mean, I have the air conditioning set. Like I always have it go a little bit lower.
62.
Yeah, exactly. I wish it might be just running a little bit more right now because as long as the air conditioning actually runs in the rest of the house, then it's like not too bad in here.
Right.
And also, I only have one computer on.
Oh, okay.
When we're in here, I only have one computer on, but there's 2 bodies in here. And we usually heat the place up pretty good.
And Rachel and Joseph are in the house.
Yeah, is it shivering?
They're shivering. They have to go outside every 15 minutes.
These all smell very good, and even the black tea, the oolong smells really good too. So anyway,
no, I think we should.
I've had these for a little bit, so that's why
I think we should do that
until now. So maybe I could have you bring over like your kettle or something like that,
sure.
And I could set up the little table in here, and we just kind of
can do that.
I don't even know how it would. Maybe we find a way to turn it into a podcast because it would be such a weird thing to try in all these different things. Like we didn't really have to make sure it's like, okay, now we're trying this one, and then we just taste it. Like I can edit it as long as as long as we don't do a lot on like looking at color and like doing all these things. Like as long as we go right
just
to
make it a combo.
Make it a giant combo one, but we really need to be like, let's rattle off all of the different teas that we have. Okay, now we're trying. Okay, this is the one we're trying, and like get right to like sniff it. Just get right into that.
Well, I have a Bodum teapot that we could use. I don't know if
I do as well. Yeah, I have a Bodum
so we could
teapot.
do 2 at a time.
And a French press works as well too. But I do have a Bodum as well.
Okay.
It's like I said, so we could use those and be kind of getting it. So anyway,
nice.
That's number 1. Second one.
Oh, this is a bigger box. It's like Christmas.
It is a little bit.
Like Christmas here at About Beverages.
This is from a lemonade company.
Ooh, that cool, refreshing drink.
Yeah, lemonade.
Lemonade.
This one
That
is
cool.
I want to show because I actually took a picture of it. Kind of a cool
Oh, I
looking
did
box.
see that somewhere on the. Okay.
So anyway, this is the box that they sent. It's it's green screening out a little bit, but you can kind of see it.
Calypso. See it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is Calypso Taste of the Islands. This is their lemonade series. So it's this. So yeah. So we got these. So they promoted these to me as like, hey, here's these delicious, lemonades and things like that are not only good on their own, but hey, these are good as mixers too. So they were like kind of promoting them as like, you can do them as a alcohol mixer kind of thing, like island beverage stuff. It's see-through. Ooh, top notch just by the manufacturer. I want to see it. I want to see through box. Yeah, you can look right through it.
All you need is a green screen of your very own.
Yeah, it's still sturdy. Yeah.
Wow, that is some.
I know, it's some nice packaging.
Fancy packaging.
So the only downside to this
is
all of the ones they sent me, 0 sugar.
Meaning they're not sweetened by anything, or they're just not sweetened by sugar.
I think it said sucralose. So it's so what is that usually?
Oh yeah, it's light, 5 calories. Okay.
So I thought before we have these, like not all of them, but I'll pick out I don't know, whichever ones I can find and go find like the sugared version of them. And like we could either compare and contrast 2 of them or something like that, just to kind of see what it tastes like. Again, there's totally nothing against like if you either can't have sugar, don't like sugar, don't mind that.
Yeah,
that's fine. It's just not for me. I'm like I said, since I still am able to have some sugar, I just don't like the aftertaste, and that's what it is for me. It's a flavor thing for me. I have not had these. Maybe these are amazing, so I still want to try them, and I'm excited to do that. But anyway, so I'm
just not a fan of anything sugar, like the fake sugars. Yeah, because I know they make your brain process things a little differently. That's what I've always heard.
Yes. Like then I've had people yell at me when I say that, so I don't know how true. I believe that to be. No, I can't. I swear I'd seen some studies on that, but I've
read it in more than one. But
yeah, because it's like your body is trying to interpret using something that's not actually sugar as sugar.
Right, it's different chemical chain or something. I don't know. Someone with scientists.
I drink like 2 lemonades, L&P and Lemmy. Oh, I don't know if I've ever had either of those. That's interesting. But everything else, like I said, this actually has pulp in it, so it actually uses real lemon. Like I said, but they sounded interesting. This is this company, Calypso.
So they do have actual, like you said, actual lemonades.
Oh, they totally do.
And they sent the lights.
Yeah, I don't think I said that, and I just noticed it when I opened. Like maybe that's just happens to be the box they grabbed, because everything on the outside of the box doesn't even talk about light. So I don't know if that just happens to be the one they did, or I don't believe in it. I just said they were the ones that they actually wanted us to do an interview with their like CEO and talk to him. Oh, okay. And I was like, well, we kind of would want to try the product first, or see if before if we actually had some questions or things.
Green screen again. Yeah, there's no. Oh, that is cool how that looks though.
Yeah,
see how that looks. Yeah, that's the green screen.
That is green screen.
Yeah, it's alive. We had to open it like that.
But yeah, so there's a Southern Peach. They have a bunch of different, like as you like said, this card has got like there's like 12 or 14 different flavors on here that some of them cross over. But yeah, there's a bunch of lemonades. There's limeades. There's obviously we got the 4 lights,
real lemon bits,
which is Southern Peach lemonade. There's strawberry lemonade original and Ocean Blue.
Yeah, we'll try
is the other one. So anyway. We'll try these probably, like I said, I think we'll probably do the tea or something else next week, and then we'll maybe do this one the week after. But yeah, I want to find at least one of these, because it looks like all of these do cross over to the sugared version. I like my Lemmy with pulp.
I know this has lemon bits. Calypso, the drink with lemon bits.
The drink with lemon bits. But yeah, there's an interesting card. Like I said, they've got all their story facts and stuff like that. It was created in 1985 by the owner of the King Juice Company. It's a good title to have. I'm King Juice.
I'm the King Juice.
I'm King Juice.
I'm King Juice.
But yeah, so there was, not only were these supposed to be delicious and flavorful, it was also like, hey, a lot of people like turning these into mixers, like with you know rum, vodka, obviously, or gin. They were talking about. So I'll try and reach out to them in the next couple of weeks and see if they actually have or check out their website a little bit more and see if they actually have recipes that are specific to, what their mixing would be, if they have anything else that we can do one of those officially. But
don't let this get lost.
Don't let one of my dogs have that one. That one must be gold. What did I do with it?
Black gold, Texas tea,
Chinese oolong. But yeah, so those are the things.
That's very cool.
Those are the things that have arrived on the doorsteps of About Beverages for us to try. Their branding is really nice, and like I said, their little very chill gecko hanging out on the beach there is very nice too. But yeah, definitely give them a look. We'll start putting up some links and things like that as we're get closer to doing the shows and stuff for that. So
both things very cool. The tea really, as you could tell, caught my attention, piques my curiosity.
Oh, all right. So tired of too much reveals. So much revealing. All right. Should we go grab the beer to podcast on?
I think we should.
I've been wanting to try that one for a while now, for almost since you've told me about it.
Well, I'm hoping that maybe you didn't. I'm guessing you didn't even know about it before then.
No, I'd never heard of it.
I didn't know about it until I walked into the place either. So
I don't even know if I'd known much from Dark Sky Brewing, period.
I think just that one, maybe.
Just that one
you had.
Yeah.
I'd bought one other thing that I didn't like, and I knew I wouldn't like it, but I bought it anyways because I was wanting to. It was intriguing.
That's interesting. Wait, you knew? Wait, what did you know?
It was something with. Well, it was like a 4%, and it was something light, and it was with spruce tips. And I had a feeling it was intriguing, but I had a feeling I wasn't going to like it. But but that was that I had bought that, and then that one, and I can't remember if I bought something else at that time or not. But
you know what they say: spruce tips sink ships.
It could happen.
That doesn't make any sense at all whatsoever.
Well,
All right, let us go grab that beer. Let's actually record the first podcast that we haven't for a while. We'll get that recorded. What else do we need to do? We'll put on some music. Take us just a couple minutes. I'll organize all of this stuff back here that I just quickly threw on the ground. And yeah,
we'll be right back.
We'll be right back. Well, good, because we're back with a new track. It's not fiction, it's fact. I heard someone say that once.
Want to thank your mama for a butt like that. Oh, that's not that song.
I don't think so. What is that? Is that the Humpty Hump?
No, it's
what are we singing?
It's Salt and Pepper.
Oh, is it? Yes. Okay. Well, we are back though.
Can I get actually some fries with shake? Pocket knows all those words. I don't know. Yes.
It's stopping all of a sudden. This music would be great in expungement. It would be great in the expunge missions at 100%. That is a Destiny thing that is going on right now. The new Destiny season is a season of, it looks like the synthwave, where it's all like those kind of, greens and oranges and stuff like that. So yeah, that music would go very well with that. Let me look up. I was showing Keith while we were going to grab the beer. We have a mead that we'll be trying at some point that a friend got us from Superstition Meadery, and is lemonade in retrograde. So it's a mead made with lemon, but then also uses hops. So that kind of is the super unique, interesting tie-in. Let me see if I can actually find. I could have sworn. I have seen some of their generic ones at like Costco. Like I know Tap and Bottle sometimes has them too. But like some of these are always a little more on the interesting side. Man, maybe I got to go to the web store. They ship as well. Like, so if we ever wanted to try more of these, they do ship. Blueberry Hex. This is the one here. Strawberry White.
Oh,
that's the one. Yeah.
As in berry white. Right on.
Honey Stacks. Blueberry Spaceship Comma. Shut your mouth. Talk about that. Yeah, here's another one. Blueberry White. So then there's a Blueberry White. Mead Glass. Here it is. Lemonade in retrograde. No. Oh, there it is. Citra hops. Okay. I did find that on there. All right. So it's lemon and Citra hops in that mead. So that should be very interesting. And we'll have to try that at some point. And we've got like all of our podcasting. We have like a month's worth of shows taken care of.
We're booked up till Thanksgiving.
Hopefully we do more than 3 shows before Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hopefully that's more of the plan. And speaking of that, we are going to do a podcast right now, which we have not done a little bit. I think I remember how to do this.
There's buttons to push and things to do.
We are already recording. To say.
Who knows? Maybe we'll do it differently this time. I don't know.
I like it. Okay. Maybe we do change it up a little bit.
We'll probably just follow. It'll be like riding a bike.
So I'll run into something and I'll do like this. And I like the first time I rode a bike or like the...
No, once you've learned how to ride a bike.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It'll be like the first time riding a bike.
Oh, really sketchy. Dad's yelling at us.
Training wheels.
Yeah, telling us to watch out for the cars. This is terrible. But yeah, so we were going to record this podcast. Will eventually at some point go up on YouTube. This whole show, I actually have one show that I haven't put up yet because sadly enough, that show is contained on a backup hard drive that is over at our other brother's house. And so that's why I have not put that. Well, because I recorded our niece's graduation. I was able to pull it off of YouTube.
Oh, okay.
So I recorded that and put all that stuff in there because they weren't able to do it. So then I have that because I was recorded it with all of our capture stuff.
Oh, okay.
And put that into a little video for them. And so he moved that on there, and like I've not been able to get back over there for like a week or 2.
He's got all of the pertinent, highly classified About Beverages data.
He has the newest one. He does not have all. Like I said, all the other stuff is still here, but he happens to have that newest one. So anyway, this will make its way up onto YouTube. These full shows, we've been putting those up on there. If you don't know and have not been around a lot and want to find out what the rest of these look like, shameless plug, go subscribe on there. Twitter is also a great place as well as the new place we are all the time, TikTok.
You don't stop.
I'm going to force Keith to do some TikToks at some point. We'll figure something out.
I'm already on there with you on some of them.
That's true. But you know, just like all of a sudden, like spur of the moment, be like, okay, we're on right now. Ah! Yeah. That's all it'll be. You'll just scream and then I'll just stop recording. That'll be perfect.
Keep screaming.
But anyway, so when we record a podcast, if you are new to the show, thank you guys for coming in here. Thank you for the new follows tonight. When we record these, while we're actually kind of doing the main recording part, we won't interact with chat quite as much. We still love you guys and appreciate that you're all here. But since we are recording, it makes it easier on me, the editor, not to have to like go through and make all these weird jump cuts because I don't like that. I like it when we just kind of do these nice things that just flow together and I just have to edit out a couple things. So that's why we take down the little graphics up there and everything else. But there usually is a spot where we can kind of, chat a little bit when we're thinking our thoughts as we often do. And so then we'll hop back out and talk to you guys. But if there is something that we've forgotten, pricing you're interested in or some other piece of information, keep writing stuff in chat. We'll try and get to it either as we're podcasting or right after. We will go back. Those things will happen.
I need to get you a shirt that says, I am the one who edits.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing. I am the one who edits. That would be fantastic. Oh God. I actually just ordered a bunch of new shirts from that $6 shirt place like I used to get stuff from. That's where I got you like your Vandalay Industries shirt.
Oh, yeah.
They just have like people make shirts and submit them and stuff. I hadn't been there in forever. I was like, I need some new shirts for podcasts and stuff like that. So I went through and ordered a bunch of stuff. Yeah, so I ordered a few. So we'll see when those wind up arriving. Although this one is a new shirt, so it's nice. I didn't have to think about it. I got this one at Stone, which I like. I
don't know if our color coordination was really great tonight, but
no, we were both in the red, like what is it? The red palette, the red, the
warm colors.
Yeah,
yes.
Warm colors.
But at least it was round on both of our shirts, and
So okay, all right.
Who knows? But yeah. All right, but that's what you get with this. We just it's raw. It's live.
At some point, I would love to have it where it's just our logo here, and then once we can actually print on the back with our shirts, like hence, if you want to also another shameless plug, you can check out the merch store. At some point, there'll be some even newer stuff there, but the stuff that's up there is still good.
That's right.
Still worth it.
Yep. Finally got Marsha her other replacement shirts a couple weeks ago.
Oh God. Okay.
Because she had worn her other one and liked
that's
it a lot.
right. Okay, I was like, I gave that to you.
Yeah, no, you gave it to me.
Just hadn't seen them.
We hadn't seen them in a while, so we saw them a couple weeks ago.
And she's like, "Oh, a second one."
Yeah, yeah.
I am not on the correct treat. Although this graphic really doesn't help me much. Okay.
No, the website's not all that great.
It's fine. It just doesn't have a lot of like information,
not pictures
specific.
and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So when I asked you the other day, it's like, hey, can you bring me something local? I didn't think you'd travel this far to bring me something local.
I wanted to push the boundaries of local. Or establish the boundaries of local.
Yeah, they establish the boundaries of local.
What do we mean when we say local?
Well, we're going to find out because we've got something from a brewery that is up in Flagstaff.
That is correct.
Question mark for this Give It a Shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith. And we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage that we're about today is the Devil's Lettuce Dank IPA from Dark Sky Brewing. You've just got their logo up there.
Yeah. Do you want to tell them? You want to tell them why?
The website. It's not as informative as we would like.
It's good.
It doesn't have the pictures.
It's not great.
That we would like to have. Dark Sky. There's a few breweries up in Flagstaff, and this is one of them that we've tried a couple of their things in the past, not on podcasts, but in non-podcast setting. But I was up there a couple of weeks ago, and we drove by there. Parking is a little tricky, so I basically jumped out. Did Kristen and Ben did
your wife slow down? Did she even stop?
She did. She even stopped.
Good.
Yes, she did. And I went in there, and fortunately, when you go, it was really crowded. It is still weird shopping, post mask removal and all that kind of stuff. But it was still
some on, some not, and some people being more open to it. But anyway, yeah.
But it was so they have a cooler, a wine or a beer cooler there, and they've got a lot of their stuff canned, and then you can get a bigger growlers and stuff like that too. But this sounds good. So I grabbed 5 different things, and this was one of them. And when I see dank and IPA, that makes me hopeful. And then when I took it up to the counter, actually, the guy who rang me up looked like your son.
Oh, really?
Quick, because he had a mask on still. But I was like, because he was tall, and I was like, and I knew it wasn't him.
Yeah,
because I knew where you guys were that week. But I was like, God, that's funny. He looks like you. And then he's like, this one. This is my favorite that we have on tap right now. This one here.
Okay.
So,
well, it's nice that you brought that one to the tasting table. Then
I thought, I'd bring that because also a funny little story. I was like, wait, what's he doing here?
So I saw 45 IBUs on the can, 6% ABV, and so this was around $6, like most of the stuff. Yeah,
this one was $6. 2 of them were, 3 of them were $6 of the 5 that I bought, and 2 were $7. This was one of the 6. So.
Okay. I was kind of shocked as I was pouring it. I don't know if that came through on my expression, but very light.
It is very light.
That's kind of getting toward
clear. Mine. Well, at least my pour is almost clear.
Mine is fairly clear.
From the top, yeah. So no, I was not expecting this color either. So, but yeah.
That's dank.
That's all there is.
That's got some funk on it. That's got some stank on it. Let me
see. It almost looks like. No, I guess this isn't thick. No, I guess they're the same. Okay. But yeah, it's definitely. It kind of makes me think of the Emperor.
I was just going to say, it definitely has some of the dank in there, and it's moving into that territory of kind of like Italian seasoning, very herbaceous, and almost into hemp territory.
Yeah.
Not quite as far as that one, but that's definitely. No, I like the smell of this though. This smells really good.
It's once again, I'm a little bit confused because my eyesight tells me something that doesn't match up with what my brain was thinking, and then that aroma.
Your nose says yes, and your eyes say, "See your nose."
See my nose.
Well, should we taste?
I've been waiting a few weeks, so yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
I would have been all right.
Oh, okay. The other one, I was like, when I did it before, I was like, I went too quick. He wasn't ready.
No, it was good. No, because that's really all I was getting was dank.
Oh,
it wasn't like I was getting, there's hops in this.
Oh, Mo, not the dank.
Not the dank,
Mo. I wish I'd have had that ready. Not the dank, Mo, no. I might even be time to get rid of the dank.
That's on another one of our. That's on one of our podcasts. Didn't you use it once?
I don't think I have.
I thought there was one time you at least. I remember talking about it when we used to record in the other room. Maybe that was just it. It wasn't actually recorded. On an actual show.
Everybody is going to family restaurants these days. Seems nobody wants to hang out in a dank pit no more.
You ain't thinking of getting rid of the dank, are you, Mo?
Maybe I am.
Oh, but Mo, the dank.
Everybody is going to family.
The dank.
That is a good clip. I like that. Ready?
Yeah, I think so.
You feeling it?
Yep.
Okay. It's not a heavy body to me, but there's more body here than I thought I was going to get out of this with how light this looked.
Yes.
And like I said, then there is just kind of, I don't get a lot on the front of my tongue. About the middle of my tongue, I start to get some of those herbal seasoning things. And then the back end of it is just literally a wall of that flavor. And surprisingly, I know it's only 45 IBUs, but it's kind of like the bitterness is there, but it's I would say it's a soft bitterness.
Right.
Because it doesn't feel, I don't know if that's because of the body or some other thing. I like it a lot. That's really good.
It's intriguing because it's, like I said, the closest thing I can think of to what having this is the Emperor. But that was really over the top,
and malty then too,
and malty and all that. So that's the close. But the dank. That's really that is the dominant taste. Like you said, it is about the middle of the tongue. Everything starts the dry, a little bit of that. My mouth is actually watering a little bit now. The seasoning,
I would agree.
A little bit of lip smacky on there, and then it's just that's really good actually because it is. Wow. Yeah, I don't even know.
The look of it is, I think, is what is sending us both into some shock. Here, just because the flavor that we're getting out of it is slightly separated from how this looks. But like I said, I like all of it. It hits just kind of one note, but it's a good note.
It is,
what I mean? It's
kind
of like a punk song where it's only got 3 chords, but you're like, this is pretty good though. Like I do like this. It's not, this isn't Beethoven where he's hitting a lot of, he's not hitting a lot of things. Like it's a solid, just good rock track or whatever. Like I like it.
And because it's not the same note that you're hearing to me, this is very different from it's, there are so many delicious hazy New England, whatever IPAs out there. They're really good, and West Coast and all styles. But they can kind of, sometimes they can be a little too similar.
Yes.
Whereas this is just kind of like standing out on its own, being like, hello, I'm a dank IPA. And that's all I am is I'm.
Yeah, because it's not like
a dank fruity. I'm not a dank tropical. I'm not it's
just dank. Because it's not the piney like West Coast thing either, where it's like it's not that sharp kind of flavor, which I like those too. Like I said, it's not that sharp bitterness. Like I said, everything like I said has a little bit of like a pillow. Like it's just kind of a little bit softer.
Yeah.
But no, that is delicious. I understand why that person like that served you said that's one of his favorites because that is really
son's
good.
doppelganger.
My son's doppelganger apparently. But yeah, no, that is very good. I really like that.
Cool. Well, good.
Yeah, and hopefully, if you're interested in more notes of equal quality, I don't know, it's the best transition I got. Come check out our website, AboutBeverages.com. That is where you can find everything we have done for the last decade plus. You can find the recipes, the podcasts, the videos, like all the things. If you want to check those out, go there. If you only want the latest video content, YouTube is the place to go. Subscribe there, and you will always be notified when new things go up, whether it's these full-length podcasts, whether it's some of the quick reviews I've been putting up as well. They've been hitting a lot of different places, which this guy will talk about in just a second. If you want just audio things, that is the final spot that I have to talk about. They can be found on, obviously, Google Podcast, Spotify, iTunes. All of those places will have our show. And if there's a podcast app that you like using, just search for About Beverages, and you will find us.
Chances are, we're going to
almost guaranteed.
That's right.
Almost guaranteed. You've got some pillars.
The
3
pillars.
Mm-hmm.
The 3 current pillars are Instagram. TikTok, which is the newest one, which Andrew's been super active on.
Trying.
Beverages and other as well.
Just some random things like you want to find on TikTok, apparently.
And also Twitter, which is the one that we still use most often, which you can keep up to date with what's going on at About Beverages. Like earlier tonight when I tweeted that we were about to go live on twitch.tv/ About Beverages, which we do most Thursday evenings around 5:30 Pacific. We get together, we try beverages, record our podcasts, interact with our audience, and talk about all kinds of different things, whatever happens to be. Sometimes maple syrup, even.
Sometimes maple syrup.
That happened. That happened tonight.
Actually happened.
That happened. So, but that's the best. Also, Andrew's going to let you know what he's doing throughout the week in the gaming world. What might be happening there, what he's going to be doing, what he's going to be drinking while he's doing it. So once again, follow us on Twitter.
But as we always say, whether we like it or not,
you should give it a shot.
You should dank it up.
You should dank it up. Oh, I wish I would have thought of that. Dank it up.
I'll take
it. Dank it up.
I love the crossover of our musical knowledge. The Fabulous Thunderbirds, isn't that?
Dank. Yeah. Dank it up.
And that is a
originally by
podcast.
somebody else, though.
Was it?
Yeah, it's not originally them. Oh, that's a different song.
I know. That's tough enough.
Yeah.
But guess what? All their songs the same.
That was actually like a Sam and Dave or some song from the 60s. And then the Eurythmics did a version of Wrap It Up as well.
I can't even imagine Andy Lennox singing that. Or was that when just the other Eurythmic had gone out on his own?
I'm the Eurythmic.
The Eurythmic. He just had keyboard.
Yeah. The Eurythmic.
Everybody is going to family
I gotta hear it one more time.
these days. Seems nobody wants to hang out in a dank pit no more.
You ain't thinking of getting rid of the dank, are you, Mo?
Maybe I am.
Oh, but Mo, the dank. The dank.
Everybody.
That's so good.
The dank.
The dank, Mo.
That could be a thing for points. The dank.
It should be the dank. Yeah, that should be. That's pretty funny. Yeah, this is really good. I like this one.
I was.
Are you wishing you bought another one of these?
Yeah, but like so with them, especially like with that. I think it was called like this.
It's almost like you could have someone bring some to you when they come down here.
As soon as he turns 21.
Damn it.
I know. For the next year's birthday party. He can do that. Yeah, no.
What if you called in early? Please make it a redemption. Okay, I'll put that on.
Not the dank.
Not the dank, Mo. Not the dank.
Yeah, like I said, you never know because some of their things are, like I said, their West Coast IPA was fine. That hazy, I wasn't a big fan of.
Did they have any of this on draft? Like, could you have gone through and like tasted a few of these things?
Yes.
Obviously, if he said this is one you could have tasted.
Yeah. No, they had it. I think they had all of them in cans.
You were jumping out of vehicles.
Yeah. Yeah, they had to. But yeah, no, I think pretty much everything that was in cans was you could have gotten on draft too. So that's cool. A little restaurant right there, and then just very close by is Mother Road. So it's not like if you're in that area in Flagstaff, there's beer and food to be had. So
to be had,
yes, and cooler weather as well.
And apparently Mother Road a little bit cheaper prices.
Yes.
How many growlers? What did you say?
Well, I bought 3 32-ounce growlers.
Okay, so that's the equivalent of 6-pack right there. 16-ounce.
Yeah, it was 96. Yeah, right. And then and like I said, he gave me a 4-pack.
Oh, okay. Well, we can't count that.
Gave me that, but I also tipped him very well too.
Okay, so it's like you bought it then.
Yeah,
you're all, I didn't tip him that well.
It was close.
It's
not quite
not that well.
Yeah, I almost negated the free, but yeah, you're gonna give me that? Sure.
Yeah.
Because I think
what did he give you a 4-pack of?
It was
I
called
don't think we even got
Archive.
to this.
I don't know if it was Archive.
He actually had to blow dust off
Archive
when he handed
Ale.
it to you.
No, Archive. It was something done in conjunction with NAU and some funding for their library or something like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Called Archive Ale. I still have 2 of them at the house. I had one of them up there.
Or it's just called Archival.
Yeah, Archival.
Archival. Archive Ale.
Archive Ale. But no, it's good too. It was more mainstream, I guess. It wasn't like anything.
The beer itself,
the Archive Ale. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. If they were doing it, like we raised enough money, we can give this one away for free.
Yeah, you can have it.
Is that pretty much what?
Yeah, please get this out of here. Get this out. I need the room for the next stuff we're brewing.
Get that cat out of here.
Get that cat out of here.
It's been a while. You must have something. There should be weeks of like ups and downs, trials and tribulations.
I remember when we
of course
the team fight tactics story of the week. Story of the week. No, not WEAK.
Yeah, no.
I'm glad you didn't change that graphic. The story of the...
Whenever if you tell me ahead of time that it wasn't a good week, I could make the week turn into EAK and like start to fall off.
The story of the week.
It just like falls to the ground. Oh my God, that's funny.
I can't even remember what the last update was, but there's a whole new... Have we talked about a whole new
I think the
with a
last
whole
time we
bunch of new
talked, there
builds.
had, like it was literally like just a week ago, a new patch came. So it was like just happened.
Yeah.
And I think you were already trying to find some stuff. And then I think
still.
I think you were in Plat 2.
No, that was the old.
Oh, was that the previous one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm in Gold 2 right now. Gold 2 or Gold 3 in the new one. There are so many more builds. They've really changed things up a lot. And lots of different combinations, and they really tweaked it quite a bit. But it's been fun, but just still haven't found that one to go back on when you're struggling. But actually, though, Pocket has. I think she's kind of found hers lately because it went back up to an S build. So
it was a previous build that then got kind of moved back up.
It was an S, and then it went down, and then it's been back up again. So
she always had it in her hip pocket right here.
She was ready. No, and she jumped on it, and it's been producing for her. So, but no, more different champions, different items, and now there's like evil items you can make. This
evil items.
Well, there's like that's what we call it, an evil, because it'll be like these. You have these two components that you put together to make one big item.
Right.
And if one of them is for lack of a better term, evil, it has the same general properties, but it tweaks it a little bit. And so sometimes
so there's a negative effect on it?
There's right. It does this good, but it's also going to take away over here.
Okay.
A little bit.
It's like more damage here, but less gold production here, or slow,
damage,
or slow,
but you might
attack speed slow, or like that kind of thing.
Yeah. Wow. Do you play?
No, apparently I should.
You should play. you know what's going on. Just jump right in.
I just know how developers work.
But that's
usually what it is. Yeah.
It's like you get more of this, but you might not stay alive as long now, or something like that. Yes, it'll cover these people, but it might not cover this sort of thing. So. And some of that, exactly how that works, is still not quite.
Is that a
grasp.
new idea that they've just launched within whenever this last update was?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a completely new thing. Okay, interesting. How are people I don't know if you actually see chats or forums or whatever else. Like I said, how are people liking that new adjustment to the game, or are they kind of like, I don't want to have to deal with it? Like, is it one of those things?
I don't really talk with a lot of people. The few people that Pocket will play with, that also will occasionally dabble. I think the one guy who plays a little bit more, I think he's been liking it, but not too many other of the people who do the ARAM stuff that she does play that. But
so you don't have to put those items together though, right? That's like a decision you make. You're like,
correct.
It's worth, like, you're like, these two that I have, it's worth that, even though this one is going to do this.
Yeah.
And do you probably know the negative effect that's going to happen? Or is that randomized based on
when you put it together?
It'll say, hey, I'm about to do, so it'll tell you before you actually do it?
Yeah, you can grab one and hold it over the other.
Okay.
And it'll show you, here's what this is going to make.
Okay,
and
cool.
here are the
All
properties.
Right. I didn't know if it was like one of those just complete RNG, like, man, I just got dicked because I
No.
Oh, that's good.
No.
Okay.
You know if you're going to get dicked.
Not like in life, unfortunately, but
right.
Like in a video game,
at least in this,
at least you
can count on that.
You can count on that. But yeah, I really like it. Like, if this is one of the first beers I've had from them, I'd be like, I want everything that they've got.
Well, and that's
and there are other stuff, like, again, nothing has been like bad, but yeah, they've been a little bit more.
For me, like I said, the one I had a feeling I wasn't going to like, and I didn't, and then that one that I think was like $20 for that can. That we all shared. I was just like a little bit, surprised by that price, but it was good.
Mm-hmm.
I think, did we podcast on that, or did we just drink it? I think we just drank it at the house.
I think we just drank.
Okay.
Yeah.
You may have untapped about it. I think maybe
that's probably what I did.
Okay.
I just wanted to look quick because I wanted to see the beers that I got from Tap and Bottle today. See if there's anything. Oh, they have the Oregon Lots IPAs are back out again, which are always really good.
Those are Tombstone.
Yeah, I got one of those. They don't have the triple, but they have the single and the double right now.
Okay.
Which obviously they're all pretty good. The AleSmith one, I was trying to remember. It has Mostra coffee, and it's it's their coconut Speedway Stout. Okay. That one's good.
Be thinking about what you're bringing over in a couple of weeks.
I know. No, I got. Oh, well, maybe. So I got one from Drecker Brewing. It's actually a stout.
Really?
But it's a sour stout. It's called Cherry Marshmallow Chocolate Chonk.
Sounds good. I'll have that.
I know. I got another one from Hubbard's Cave. Remember, we had the strawberry milk of the murder hornet.
Oh yeah, that was,
which was just like kind of weird. Yeah, so I got another one from them. This one was thankfully not as expensive. Like, I think that one was like $6 or $7.
That was the name of it.
That one was okay.
No, thankfully not as expensive.
Thankfully not. They should make a beer
That should
called
be
that.
a beer.
That Pueblo Vita
Pueblo
should like.
Vita needs to make a beer entitled "Thankfully Not as Expensive."
Thankfully not as expensive.
Yes.
That's how I feel about their kettle sours whenever I get them, because they're delicious and thankfully not as expensive as for
Yes.
IPAs.
Thankfully not as expensive.
Oh my god, that's amazing. But it's Hubbard's Cave. It's a 1-hop Simcoe, 2-hop Citra double dry hop IPA. So like one of the hoppings must get Simcoe, and then the other one gets like a double of both. Yeah, so I thought that sounded interesting. Wren House, which was that brewery that I think they're usually pretty popular.
They're out of Phoenix, I think, right?
Yeah, Joe had one from them. Remember, he had that beer, and then he wished he could get more of it when we were at Tap and Bottle that one time and hung out. And because they only had it in a can, they didn't have it on draft. And it was like some sort of stout, and he was like, "Oh my god, this is so good." Anyway, like that he really liked. So I got one from them, and it's Dankworth, so it's gonna be dank.
Okay,
but it's with cashmere, which is kind of that newer hop that's pretty flavorful. And then Adroit Theory Brewing Company, which I like their names.
I've heard that name.
I don't know if we've podcasted on any of their stuff. I'd have to look, but it's literally called Death Metal, and it's a wheat wine ale.
Okay.
So the only experience I've had a little experience with wheat wines. I think something from the brewery one time, and then one of my favorites though a long time ago was actually from Alpine Brewing Company. I bought some of them when we were actually going through California. This is probably 8 or 10 years ago now. Like when we happened to stop through there, and it was around. It must have been in October because it was a pumpkin wheat wine. And I got that was thinking about, and it was, and I remember, like, I think I had that on draft, and it was delicious, and I think I bought 3 or 4 bottles of it or something like that. It was delicious. But yeah, wheat wines are usually a little more up there. But that one was, I think this one that I got is like 11% or something. Because I saw these names, they have a bunch, they might have a whole series. Because there's like black metal, death metal, thrash something, and I was like, what are and like. They were all varying in prices, and some like one of them was like a lager, one of them was like I don't think anything was an IPA. Like it was different. I assumed that they were all going to be stouts, so I was like initially, but then I read and it was like, oh no, they're just based on how heavy they get alcohol wise.
Oh, okay.
That was what was kind of like actually going up by the musical names they were giving. It was just by like how heavy that kind of stuff was. So. But that one sounded pretty good. Actually, we should Untapped about this one. We haven't done that. Let's see if this one is actually here. What's it called? Dank Lettuce. So it's Dark Sky Brewing Dank Lettuce.
That's on. He wrote there. Oh, Devil's Lettuce.
Devil's Lettuce.
Dank IPA.
And then it's a dank IPA. Okay.
There you go.
Death's Door. Oh, that sounds good. Wow, this surprisingly does not get a very high rating. Cold IPA hopped with 100% Idaho 7 hops, heavy notes of candied pineapple, melon, resinous, and do you get pineapple or melon?
No, thank God. I don't want pineapple or melon in there.
Oh yeah, it's all there. I missed it. No, just kidding. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Pineapple or melon.
shocked.
There it is.
Anyone write anything about it? Like, so then I always like sometimes go back through Untapped, and it's like
somebody said one of my favorites.
Oh, okay. One of my favorite breweries.
Quite the aroma.
Great name. It will probably pair nice with some some pizza. Oh yeah. Wow, theirs was really crystal clear.
Yeah.
Nothing else like. Oh wow, this person hated it. 1 in 3. See there, they're bringing down the average right there. I'll see.
Love the dank.
I was assured there was no weed in the making of this beer. Love the dank. Yeah, that's definitely something we got. All right.
Love the dank.
All right, let's check in with this one. What are you thinking?
3, 7.
That's what I was thinking.
5?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't think it quite made it to a 4. I need some other layers to hit to a 4.
Yeah,
don't you?
A little more body, I think.
A little more. Yeah, touch more, or at least just some other complexity.
Something to support that.
Mm-hmm.
The dank. The dank note. You know, and actually, maybe because it was planted in my seed that was planted in my brain.
Yeah.
There is a little bit of melon in my last little drop there.
I definitely like going in there. Like
I don't
there's
get pineapple though.
No, I would not say pineapple or anything like
when
that.
we were smelling that tea before, I was like pineapple, but yeah, no. There's a little honeydew.
I have slightly more left in there if you want to smell.
Yeah, there's a little.
I wrote dank, dank, and more dank.
That is, yeah,
not as malty or
yeah,
or sticky,
and also
or sticky,
or sticky, yeah. But it's just like you said, one note, but one pretty good note.
Oops.
Wow, you can write a lot of words, a lot of characters if you want in these reviews.
Yeah, these aren't too bad. I mean, because I think it flows into the Twitter thing where it's like, what, 280 characters, I think you got on Twitter.
Is that
now?
what Twitter?
Yeah, it used to be 140.
140.
And then they doubled it. Like they slowly rolled that out. And that was years ago.
Yeah.
Did you see the other day? AboutBeverages has been on Twitter for 12 years.
I saw you texted about that you were surprised.
I was shocked.
You tweeted about your Twitter.
That's right. I tweeted about Twitter.
That's
and then
2009.
the one person that responded was someone I played games with, and he's all, I was 7. Like, God damn it.
Well, 2009, I was working at the Trader Joe's on Campbell in 2009, 12 years ago.
I forgot that you worked at the one on Campbell.
Yeah. But I've been back at this store for over 10 years now. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Keith plants his flag and he doesn't move.
You know what? 15 minutes from home. And
yeah, no, I wouldn't either.
People that I've known for years. So no,
that's where you're just like, nope.
Yep.
Did you want to be promoted? Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Did you?
That is definitely one of the. There's a lot of benefits to the role I have, and that's definitely one of them.
Yeah, that is.
I don't have to leave that store. So.
And you're close to. Mostly, it's just because you're close to Tap and Bottle.
That is. Well, it's funny. Sometimes I walk out to my car and I remember that McGee Road Liquors used to be right there.
Oh yeah.
And that was really scary because I just could walk. Right. I mean.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, only like another 50 steps, and I was, inside McGee Road Liquors. So that was a little scary.
Is he still at the other place?
I don't know. I
haven't driven by there in a while.
Yeah, I haven't.
I feel bad. Like I feel.
He was a nice guy. Mick
he was a nice guy. He
just
didn't always have like the latest and greatest.
He did, as far as I think.
He had a lot of wine knowledge, though.
And spirits.
Was he spirit? Okay.
Yeah, he knew a lot about that stuff. But
I remember we found beer
because beer was his son's thing.
Yeah. Mick
Justin.
Jr. Mick Jr. Oh,
yeah.
All right, so you're all right with dank, dank, and more dank. Reminded of the Hemperor, but not as malty or sticky, icky. Overall, one note, but a very good note.
Yeah.
Okay. Boom. Untapped glassware. Why would you need untapped glassware when you can get our glassware?
Well, you can get AboutBeverages glassware.
Get AboutBeverages glassware, which would be the glassware.
Can we get our logo on this?
I should look that up. I should look and see if we actually can do that. Like Teku glass. Oh my God, that'd be amazing.
I'd order some more.
Yeah, actually, Frank had ordered some of our glasses.
Oh, did he?
I stopped by and picked up. He's like, I gotta show you some. He's like, I ordered these, and he like went and showed he had a couple. I'm like, I'm like, thanks. Cool. He's like, yeah. He's like, I love using these. Like, these are great glasses.
Oh, the Glencairn glasses are great for what we're about to have. Actually,
I know. Doesn't that tie in well?
Ties in perfectly.
Oh my God,
how did we plan that? Well, we get together, we write these notes out. We
do the planning.
We do a little show running and figure it out. No, we don't.
If people saw the planning, no, we actually do. I think we do just enough planning to make us look like we're mildly on our game.
Right.
It's like,
and we've done it long enough, and
that too.
We know how each other operates, so it's usually flows flows well together. So
I would agree. So yes, we're going to go grab the final featured beverage of the evening, which we will podcast on. We're going to go grab our little glasses. I may have a quick sip of something else just to kind of get my palate ready. Should we open it?
If you have a chip or something else.
We have that too. I've got plenty. I have so many varieties of chips.
Good. I'm going to snack on a chip.
You've got so many different varieties of chips. All right, we're going to take a little break. Smooth segue. Yeah. Just like as Michael Jackson used to say, smooth criminal.
Oh, wait. Am I going to get in trouble for that?
No, I think we're okay.
Okay. All right.
All right. We'll be right back with a bourbon to end out the evening.
Wolcott.
Yes, Wolcott. It's my strong Irish name, Wolcott.
Wolcott.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Wolcott.
We both had some chips there as we were hanging out.
I had 2 bags.
All of a sudden I was like, I should have a little bit of something too.
I had this big box of assortment of bags of chips, and I did the barbecue, but then to balance it off, because we were tasting, I just went with the plain.
Did a little plain. We also did grab another, which we've been doing lately the last couple times when we have done whiskeys, kind of per something we had talked about. I was about to say my suggestion, but we both had discussed this. Had a little hit of something else, just kind of make our palate be awake, be ready. And actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and just open this as we're sitting here to kind of have it.
Let some of those initial...
Yeah, because that's
fumes.
I always try and think about, like, it seems like every time we have something, unless it is of the upper end variety, like upper echelon, a lot of times we'll open it up and we'll start to talk about it, and we always preface it with, well, we just opened it. It's like, we should probably then open it then and not have to say that, or at least slightly less. Actually, this time what we'll do is we just opened this 20 minutes ago.
Right.
But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and open this up. But yeah, we're going to have a bourbon. This is bottled in bond. And if you're not familiar with that actually means, I really don't know what it means either. No, I'm just kidding.
I just looked it up actually, because I'd kind of forgotten too.
Oh, okay. It is, like I said, it's based on an act from some time around Prohibition, because they basically it was like some guy created a law that said, so if we do this at this bottled proof, we can be calling it for medicinal purposes. And so that's why it was bottled in bond, 100 proof, and this and that. Am I anywhere in the ballpark?
This says it's been aged and bottled according to a set of legal regulations contained in the United States government's Standards of Identity for Distilled Spirits, as originally laid out in the Bottled in Bond Act of 1897.
Okay.
As a reaction to widespread adulteration in American whiskey, the act made the federal government the guarantor of a spirit's authenticity, gave producers a tax incentive for participating, and helped ensure proper accounting and the eventual collection of the tax that was due.
So I was right on the money there. You didn't even need to read that. No, for some reason I thought
to
there
be
had
labeled
to be...
as bottled in bond or bonded, the liquor must be the product of one distillation season by one distiller at one distillery. It must have been aged in a federally bonded warehouse under U.S. government supervision for at least 4 years and bottled at 100 proof.
Okay, so we know this is at least 4-year age then. I don't see anything else. This is another one of those ones, like I said, I don't know how much we'll get into this on the podcast. That's why I'm talking a little bit about it now.
Yeah, I think it's good that we're doing this now.
This one specifically, I got it. It was a trip down to Total Wine. I was looking for some just new random things. I found a new gin, which we haven't podcasted on, but it's delicious.
I haven't podcasted, but you have tried.
I've tried it. We're into our second bottle, so that's how good it is. But we really like that. I think I know I've put up pictures of that on Twitter at some point. But anyway, so I saw our good friend Scott down there, as we always see him. I don't know if that man does not have an hour that he does not work at Total Wine. It seems like every time he's there, we're both there. So he saw me looking at gin. We were talking for a minute, and I was like, hey, what's new? Is there something I should be looking at in bourbon? And he had pointed me to a couple different things we were talking about, and then this was the other one he mentioned, which it's like I said, it's Wolcott is the name. They're out of Kentucky, I believe, correct?
Yep.
Kentucky-made bourbon, and this one is is bottled in bond. There are some lesser versions of this that are a little cheaper. This one's around $50, $50, I think it was. I have not had it yet, so this is gonna be the first taste tonight. So I'm excited to finally try it. And while I was there, this ties back into something you've mentioned a couple times. I don't know if as we were actually live on air or in a little side conversation, but pinhook was very prevalent when I was at Total Wine. All of a sudden I went there and I saw 3-4 different ones, and it's got the horse on it. It's got all this, and I saw, rye whiskey and this whiskey, and I'm seeing so many of them. And it's one of those things where oh my God, did they just get this? Cause I thought it was something that was supposed to be really good. And then all of a sudden I had seen, it's one of those things where it's oh my God, did they just get it in? I got here at just the right time and I should be grabbing all of these. So then I texted my very good friend, and I was like, hey, have you had any pinhook? Have you tried? And he had tried one of them. He had to look in his app. He uses the distiller app, like I've been trying to use a little bit more. And he went and looked, and I think he thought it was kind of okay. I think it was maybe more corn based, which I know he's not as much of a fan of, I think.
The one that friend of the show Todd talked about is a rye.
Okay. Well, maybe that's not the same one then.
Kentucky straight rye whiskey.
Okay. But anyway, I didn't get a great review from him. And then I always get weirdly worried when all of a sudden I see all of that there. I'm like, okay, or is this just some organization making this giant marketing push? I had no familiarity with it, and it was, I don't know.
And he's, well, and he got it at Costco.
Okay.
So it's not
Which I did
just,
see that one at Costco too.
So,
and so then that's where I was like, oh,
for
this is everywhere now.
$31.99. And yeah, no, he was saying that it's so good. I think there was at least 3
I would say,
O's.
yeah, how many you put there?
3 or 4 O's, I think, in there.
So yeah, $55, $40.
His is like a green label.
This one
Probably one
flagship rye. So $40 is the one that he has had. Sorry, this item is not available. Oh, different. So not flagship rye then.
Not flagship.
But yeah, they've got a lot of horse things on here. Some overall,
It's
like,
Kirkland.
okay reviews.
Kirkland rye. No, I was kidding.
It's Kirkland rye, yeah. But anyway, I did not get a chance to try that, but that's one I guess we should try at some point in the future. That's not the one we're trying tonight. But all of those were there when I was there. But you were talking then, that kind of dovetailed into a conversation we were having out there about some scotch that you have down at
Yeah, well, it's a Trader Joe's.
At Trader Joe's.
It doesn't have our name on the label, but it's made for Trader Joe's, and it's called Finlagen.
Joe's O'Scotch.
Joe's O'Scotch. It's $19.99, and the one guy I talked to, he compared it to Lagavulin. So
okay,
yeah, for $20, so it might be worth giving a shot.
Could be. Never know. Yeah, especially when Lagavulin's like 65 to 70.
Right.
But that's so when someone says something like that, do they mean this is a flavor profile like, or this is like, I think this tastes like Lagavulin? You know what I mean? Because there's two different things.
Well,
like,
so what does
like
it compare to?
Yeah, because then that
so
could
he's
be like
comparing it to that. Yeah.
So he compares it to that because it's just very smoky. Because it's
on the right. On the
we were
side.
We're going to look that up too. We were having also a debate on how you pronounce this.
Yes, pronounce the word that is spelled Isla.
Oh,
Isla.
Oh, Isla. Okay. Well,
it's so weird to look at.
At least it's not is.
Islay.
Yeah.
Is how it looks to us, but it's pronounced Isla.
Oh, I don't want to practice. Can I just hear it?
Isla.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's Islay, but it's Isla. I couldn't remember if it was Isla or yeah. That's
Isla.
You got me on my knees, Isla. I drank too much, please, Isla.
Passed out on the floor, Isla.
What do you do when you get smoky? All this scotch by your side. Like a fool, I drank too much of you.
I wish that I had died. Isla. The 2 beers we had are gone. No.
And there
hopefully
you go.
they're still there. Yeah.
The couple that we had are like, they're singing again.
Oh, there they go. There they are. Okay, good. Oh, good. All right. So.
All right. Well, that's good. So that then is not the customer that came in and said Islay. Where's your Islays?
Islay. Yeah. About
I
musicals.
need all of your Islays.
We're about beverage musicals.
Let me tell you about Islay Scotch. Well, you obviously don't know what it is because you're not even close.
About
all right. I knew the S was silent, but I was not sure. Okay. Isla. There we go.
About musicals.
About musicals. Yeah, there you go. Oh, my God. Yeah, we'll get Lin-Manuel Miranda on here at some point. I saw that actually they're having they're finally allowing the what is it, the Tucson like off Broadway or whatever, like musicals are starting to happen in Centennial Hall.
Oh, good.
Like the end of the year. And I think the first one that's coming back is they're actually going to have the Broadway, like traveling Broadway production of Hamilton.
Oh,
and I was like, oh,
nice.
I'd actually like to go see that. I think that would be cool.
Ixnay on the Isla.
Ixnay on the
Isla. Nice.
Ixnay on the Isla. Ixnay on the Isla. Jenny.
Jenny.
All right, let's move this over here. We'll keep it and let's prepare. Let's get to this whiskey, and then we'll have some final conversations. Don't need that. All right, we're going to record another podcast. This one, like I said, we're going to deviate from the beer theme that we've had going on and hit up a whiskey that I have had, a bourbon whiskey that I have had for a little bit. I'm interested in the, because I know sometimes when we have done the higher proof things, they hit a little different for you. They're a little too strong sometimes. But we have had some that you've like, because obviously we've had, if the quality is there, like when we've had the 120s and the 125s, when it's been some of those scotches, you've been like, don't even notice it.
Right.
So it's, it's obviously, all the other things going on there. And that's just kind of the secondary thing. There's some that like you can't avoid. Like once you get over 130, I think you can't avoid that there's going to be some heat, which, maybe we'll have one of those again at some point. But I think this one is kind of always my nice spot between 90 to like 105 proof is kind of like my sweet spot. Of like, I usually don't have any, issues with the alcohol at all. So hopefully that'll be a thing that we can both enjoy together tonight. Let's enjoy some whiskey together. Let's enjoy some whiskey together. I was going for a Rolling Stones reference there. Okay, good.
Oh, I got it. Okay. All right.
Let's spend the night together.
I still had Steve Winwood. Bring me a higher proof. Oh, I had that in my head. So
that's pretty good. I thought you were going to go, bring me an Isla Scotch. Oh,
Isla. We're back to Isla.
I still like that one. I think that one is really good.
Ixnay on the Isla.
Ixnay. Yeah, Ixnay on the Isla.
And it's recorded. So we can go back and write the lyrics down if we want.
We can finish that.
It's not one of those things that's lost to the ether.
No, it's not. Okay. I even quickly, I think, made a clip of it, so we can even might go up on Twitter at some point too. Maybe that's TikTok worthy right there. Who knows? See, that's TikTok right there. That's what you guys want from the TikToks. All right, I don't need that up anymore.
So it's called 1792.
I don't know why it says that. I'm just going to
say the Wolcott product. Yeah, I didn't see it anywhere on there.
Frankfort, Kentucky. First band formed on Twitch. There we go. Yeah, I don't see anything else on there. Yeah. Don't say that.
Okay. Wasn't going to, but then I saw it again there.
Okay. So, that is. I did not recognize that. No, I'm glad you said that. We have nothing to say.
Bottled and
start
bond.
drinking.
Yeah. We'll just go right into it.
At least it's not bottled in bondage.
That's a totally different kind
of... Bottled while in bondage.
Bottled in bondage. Wow.
Bottled in the BDS. No. There's not much to go over for S&M. I said, great.
Yeah. Got some S&M people coming over.
Got some S&M people coming over.
God, I forgot about that. But.
Yeah, I don't know what made me think of BDS. I know where that came from.
Yes.
So sometimes when I have brought to the tasting table a bourbon of a little bit of a higher proof, sometimes it's a little too hot for our liking. Like I think I maybe get into those a little bit more than you do. But in general, it's kind of like those are usually a little bit like, ooh, that's a little and that's kind of almost all we talk about.
Right.
So I found, like when I went down to my local Total Wine, I found my usual wonderful person that I talk with down there, Scott. He was hanging about, and I said, hey, what do you got for me in the bourbon area? Anything interesting I should know? And he pointed out a few things, which I completely shoved to the side. No, but eventually he hinted on this one. I was like, oh, this sounds good. And I like the fact that it hits on a few things, including the proof that we're talking about, and it is a bourbon. I was like, you've met a few of my recommendations.
You had me at bourbon.
You had me at bourbon. So that's what we've got for this Give It a Shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith, and we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage that we're about today is the Wolcott Bottled in Bond Bourbon, made in Kentucky.
Yeah, that's pretty much all you need to say right there.
That's about all there is.
I do not know anything else about this company. I have tried to look them up. I tried to do a little more searching. I've seen them on several other websites just for sale. Besides Total Wine, I could not find an actual website for them, so I don't know if they're, part of a larger company. I don't think it's a Buffalo Trace thing or whatever, but who knows? Maybe they're part of some other larger distillery.
Right.
They are out of Kentucky, but if anybody knows or has information on them, how this came about, definitely hit down there in the comments. I did see that they do a few other different bourbons. They have some that are not bottled in bond, which that means 100 proof. We were looking that up earlier specifically and kind of meets certain specifications.
Right. 4 years, one distillery. It was a term that originated in the late 1800s in order to ensure that the whiskeys were going to be of a higher quality. And then there was also a tax break if you were bottled in bond. And so there's a lot of things that went into that. But So this is not just a Total Wine exclusive.
It is not. I have seen
Okay.
it on some
All
other websites, and I don't know if that has to do with, whatever. Like I said, yeah, it is not a Total Wine thing. Like I said, I've seen it around, but a lot of places it is out of stock.
Okay. Here at your house, it's in stock.
It is in stock at my house.
And
that
here
is
for
correct.
this podcast, it's in our glass.
That is correct.
So
and at the very least, this will probably taste delicious because in these glasses
The
that have
Glencairn
our
glasses.
Glencairn glasses
With
that
the
are
AboutBeverages
etched
logo.
with our logo right there. If you want to see what these look like or have any interest in these or just looking at what other things Glencairn has to offer, there's a link down below. Go check that out.
Right.
But yeah, we're going to check this out. Wow, lighter, definitely lighter than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, on that lighter side, but still definitely in the
darker honey, but
in
lighter.
the whiskey bourbon arena for sure.
Yeah, lighter. I guess at least I've been trying to go through some of my collection and make some notes on things lately on the Distiller app. And in going through there, I think maybe I've just gravitated toward grabbing some of the things that have been either had a little more aging on it or like a little more extra char. Like I think this one, it just has it's just regular, just oak charring, like nothing. It's not like, it does not have an extra finish on it or anything, obviously to meet with those standards. So it just is a little lighter to me.
Right. At first sniff can catch me by surprise, but it's always good though.
Yeah,
It clears things out.
It clears the nostrils.
I don't think that saying applies here.
Yeah.
I watched just like 5 minutes of Anchorman the other day.
Oh, was it?
When in Rome. Yeah.
So we were playing Destiny the other night or last night actually, and we were raiding, and something happened where they're, we were like, they were like, oh God, they're coming. Something was happening, and they're like, oh, are you dead? Did you did something happen? And the way they said is like, no, like they're like, and all of a sudden someone said, I'm Ron Burgundy. It's like, that's just hilarious. That's exactly what it sounded like. It was like, no, I guess I'm okay. Like, it was like the question of like, I think I am. But yeah, I'm Ron Burgundy. Who put a question mark at the end of the teleprompter? He's going to read everything.
He's going to read
they say.
everything. Yeah, don't do that on our teleprompter here.
Yeah, exactly. Thankfully.
Okay.
I've been watching a lot of videos too, like little other side note before we get back to that. Like I said, since we are on TikTok, I've been watching some other things there about some different sommeliers, and there's some other wine people that talk about how to try wine, what to look for, like especially if you're at a restaurant, it's more tips on that, which I thought was interesting.
Okay.
So they were talking about, if you're at a restaurant where they actually pour you a little bit, and they said the first thing to do is actually tip the glass away from you to see if you can see sediment right away.
Oh.
And if they did that, then they should have, poured it differently, and you may not want to take it and then to swirl and do, so it was interesting. And they're like, basically like what we always learn from coffee, being in it for so long. It's like, hey, if I taste these three things, do I taste something that's phenolic? Do I taste any of those? Just politely then to say, please bring me another bottle, or I'd like to change my order or something like that. And then if it's anything else, it could just be you just don't like it, but then you shouldn't really send it back.
If you're looking for flaws at that point.
Yes, that's kind of what it is. Like that's immediately what you're looking for, and they give you that little bit. Is like, look here, do I see any flaws there? Is there clarity? Can I see through it? Do I see any sediment in there? No. Okay, I taste it. Okay, do I taste these other like off things? Okay, no, good. Go ahead and let's go ahead and continue. All right, ready?
Yes.
That's a really nice nose. I like that.
Yeah, I get some vanilla. You get some caramel nut going on in there.
Yeah, there is a little nuttiness in there too. I almost get like a little whisper of cinnamon too.
Yeah.
Like there's something a little bit spicy. It's not quite full on like cinnamon, but there's something in there that is that light kind of sugary spice along with the vanilla and stuff that you just talked about.
There's that a little hint of fruit in there too, just a little bit. But
what kind of like? So now that you say that, I almost was thinking, like usually classically you get some sort of cherry or something like that, which I don't think I'm almost getting more like a peach or a nectarine. Is that weird?
Yeah, it's something more stone fruity.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're on the same page there then.
But
really
predominantly
great
it's those other things, and it's I think it's very well rounded. It's put together very well.
Yeah, it's a really nice
cohesive.
Cohesive. There we go.
Yes.
All right. We hope, as always, that this translates into the taste. This is really the big one right here.
2 for 2 or 1 for 1.
And we did not say alcohol. Like I don't even. That didn't
no,
really...
it's not pervasive. I don't think.
Okay. Now we did just open though.
Yeah.
Inside joke. Hey, HJ, how are you? How's it going? We're on the very last. We're on the very last one there. We're on the bottle and bond Kentucky Straight Bourbon.
How did this turn into an ASMR podcast?
Yeah, we should. I wonder maybe we should start doing that on TikTok.
Hi, we
just have like. This is like.
That's right. Little.
Okay, now we're
Cling. Sometimes people like the. Yes.
and then. They make like little sipping noises and things. I almost said slurping, but that doesn't. I don't think.
You definitely have to put up a warning on the channel.
Warning: slurping noises coming in.
Slurping. You need to grow your nails out a lot longer.
Yeah, I don't quite have that going on. Are you affected by ASMR at all? Like, have you ever had, like, where you listen to something in headphones and they brush? I am. Like, if they hit, like, the right things.
Yeah. No, I remember. It was actually,
he knows about this.
It was actually a long, long time ago. I would remember watching, like, as a little kid, I was watching a documentary on Roberto Clemente, actually.
Oh, okay.
And it was this guy's voice. And I just remember, and I was like, I was like, and it was really, this is back in Illinois. And I remember even at that time going, what is that? So, yeah. So
you're all, why will this weird guy not get out of my house and quit whispering in my ear?
It wasn't a whisper. It's just it's a cadence because it doesn't have to be a whisper.
I've definitely noticed, like, usually there's certain voices where you're like, like there's certain voices that almost like, I'm hungry listening to you talk about, like, you can hear like certain things like, oh my God. But yeah, no, I am, like I said, definitely there's certain things more than others, but I definitely have listened to that kind of stuff, and all of a sudden it's like, ooh. It's like, I think I'm ready.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I think more of the cinnamon comes through. It's not cinnamony, but more of that.
Yeah.
There is some heat,
but
it's not overwhelming.
No, it's nice. It kind of carries the flavors. Like it almost feels like it's,
I don't know what the price of this is going to be, but it's actually very nice. I like the balance, and I'm not getting as much of the vanilla in there as in the aroma, and the nut. I wish I was getting a little more of that. That's kind of taken a back seat to the other things, but it's still overall it's fairly well rounded.
I think a little
balanced.
Yeah, I think a little bit of more of the like oak kind of comes through. But not the vanilla side of it. It's more toward the char. Right. Like I said, so there's a little bit of that's going along with the spice that's in there. Some of the sweetness has turned more into like a lighter molasses kind of thing. Like it's that kind of like, like brown sugarish kind of flavor. Yeah, the nuttiness and the vanilla I think is gone a little bit. So I think I was almost going to say some of the complexity is lost, but it's a different complexity.
It changes.
So that's not quite right. So yeah, it's a change in complexity, but I think it's still there. I really like it. It's a little. I think I would like. I think we say this almost every day. I'd like a little more body. I wish there was a little bit more viscosity to it, and I think that would go a long way. So I don't know how much this was proofed down to get to the 100. Like maybe that would have helped out a little bit. But overall, it's very good. It was 40. I think it was right around 45.
Oh, okay.
I know it was under $50. I think it was 45 for this bottle. And they do another one like that is even cheaper. Like I said, it's around 30, and I don't know what the aging is on that one. This one does not have an age statement, but obviously because of the bottle and bond has to be at least 4 years. Right. So maybe they just cut it right at the wire. Like who knows? Maybe that would have helped a little bit more too. Yeah. But overall, I'm very happy with this purchase. Like I think this is good.
Yeah. I was thinking it was going to be more of a value.
Oh, sure.
Like you were going to tell me it was like $25 or $30 or something like that. And for that, I was going to say, wow, that's really good. It's still good. I still like it. It's
Have you seen the whiskey market? 45 is a value, my friend.
Yeah, it's true. No,
45 is a value,
true.
my friend.
That's a little bit crazy out there with all that stuff.
I didn't think it was going to come through. I wish a little bit of that fruit would have come through as well.
Yeah.
Like I'm kind of missing that. I don't know if did you get any of that? Like
no,
kind of
I
stone
didn't.
fruit or anything.
Yeah,
there?
no. Like you said, it turned more into the of a darker, like a molasses, a little bit of a char, and to me the spice of the cinnamon and some heat. It's weird because it's not anything really like the nose. There's a little bit of what was in it, but
there's a few things that transfer over.
It turned, but it didn't like make it completely like, oh my God, it's different, but it's not like a complete 180 from there. But it goes.
It's about 130 degree difference.
It goes 130 degrees. There's still some connection to the nose, but not as much. So
yeah, but maybe not as much as we were hoping for. But still,
right.
It's still good.
Right.
What is also still good, surprisingly, after over a decade of content, is our website AboutBeverages.com. You can find everything we've ever done there in some sort of form, whether it's recipes, podcasts, videos, news stories, anything. It is all still there in the archives. Go check that out. If you only want the latest videos, head to YouTube, subscribe there. We'd greatly appreciate that. You can find all of the latest video content, and you will never miss out on anything because you'll get a little reminder too if you have subscribed. And finally, audio wise, if you only want audio, you're on the go, you want to listen to our podcast as you're out and about, or maybe as you're just doing things around the house and
driving, who knows?
Exactly. You don't have time to watch. Obviously, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, any of those, you can search for search for About Beverages, and you will probably find us, as well as any of your finer podcasting websites. Just look for About Beverages. You will find us there.
Also, you get the three pillars.
Yes,
the newly adjusted three pillars.
The newly adjusted three pillars. We're very happy with these. I can post all of them.
That's right. You have access to all of the accounts.
Exactly. Yes.
Those three being Instagram, TikTok, which is the newest one, which Andrew's been quite active on. Showed me a few of the things he posted recently. And so it's not just beverage-related TikTok. There's other stuff on there, too.
There's a little bit of everything. It's more of a variety, like fun, just like our personalities and everything. So,
and then also Twitter, which is the one that we use most often to keep you up to date on what's happening at About Beverages. We'll let you know we're going to go live on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages most Thursday evenings, 5:30 Pacific. That's when we get together and we record our podcasts. We interact with the audience and just hang out, chat about all kinds of different things. Also, Andrew's going to let you know what he's doing throughout the week, game-wise, what he's going to be doing, who he's going to be doing it with, what he's going to be drinking while he's doing it. All of this information can be found at Twitter, so follow us on Twitter.
But, as we always say, whether we like it or not,
you should give it a shot.
You should put this barrel-aged beverage in your mouth and drink it.
Damn, I don't know. I almost said you should bottle and bond. No, I don't know. That doesn't sound right. Maybe I should.
That might sound dirty.
I know.
You should bottle this.
You should bond. James Bond.
There you go. Oh my God.
Oh gosh.
All right, re-record the whole thing. I can't edit that.
Whether we like it or not, you should bottle and bond.
You should bond.
Bottle and bond.
Mistakes were made. No, that one's. I'm happy with that one. Yeah, I would have liked. Sometimes like this one, we don't mind when there's not complete cohesion because it's like, oh, but that's really good too, and we like to know. But overall, I usually like it if more of those threads kind of come over. Yeah. Which let's say there was 5 threads, like 2 of them kind of made it over.
Yeah, it was here, and then it rotated, and some of those things went away, and some other things came in and were enhanced a little bit. But no, I think
there's a Venn diagram where some of that crosses over, but not as much as we were hoping.
Yeah,
like
I would
not overlapping
say
as much.
I enjoy the taste. I like the aroma better.
I think I did too. Yeah, I did too.
But it's but the taste is still good.
The taste is good. The taste is a little bit more of classic, something that I can find in other places. Right. Like even just like the Elijah Craig we had as our quick sip, like that has some of those notes, like not quite the same, but it's in that territory of just your small batch Elijah Craig. But the aroma itself set it apart. And but again, probably if the taste set it apart that much, it probably would double the price of that bourbon with how things are, as long as people. I like now, like every article that is written now about whiskey and scotch and everything else, it's like, here's the Tempest, and like, get them if you can find them because they're
Right, get 'em
it's
if-
like you jackass, don't write the article.
And be prepared because
Yeah.
you're going to pay a lot if you find them.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, there's been articles lately that have been so funny because usually I'll at least send them to myself or I'll send them to, like I said, to HJ or like I said, or Keith or Joe or something like that. And if they're usually like the 10 best whiskeys or try these, Japanese whiskey, like whatever, like those 10 best, because it's like, oh, okay, cool. If I'm out and about and I flip through and like, oh, I found that one. Great. There have been more articles lately I found like the best whiskeys at every price range from $500 to $1,000. It's like, what? No.
For every budget over $500.
For every budget for a rich person.
Wow.
It's like, no, that's not, and it's even funny too, even when you find the ones that are like, oh, the 10 best, whatever, of the, for 2021, the 10 best whiskeys or whatever. And it'd be like, oh, $40, $300. Like, what is going on? Like, I get it. If it's good and I can see it, I guess. Like, yeah, everyone has different budgets. So I did see, like, I think it was, I'm subscribed, I think it's Whistle Pig, like their mailing list or whatever through About Beverages. So I got the thing. It's like, hey, for Father's Day, buy some whiskey for Father's Day. And they have all their, like, it looked like they shipped, and it was like, if it was over $150, like shipping was free. So you could do some of those, but yeah, they had some of their different things, and they had the, like the 18-year, I was like, ooh, do they have the samurai swordsman, like those Boss Hog ones? They didn't have any of those, but yeah, they're like all of those.
Happy Father's Day to you.
Happy Father's Day to you. Here's a $500 bottle of whiskey. I would take that for Father's Day. I wouldn't turn that down. I would not turn that down. Have you gotten any Elijah Craig rye yet? No, I have not even looked for that, honestly. I have not seen that. I just have the only Elijah Craigs I have are the two that we got from batch. I have the small batch, which we've opened, and the other one I have not opened. Just because I heard it was really good from so many different people. I was like, all right, I know this is a special one. I'm just going to keep it sealed. So I've not even opened that one. I even have an E.H. Taylor. I don't know if I think it's a small batch. And that we haven't even opened yet either. Like I have a couple that I haven't even opened yet. I've just like kept them.
Todd was saying because he went to get something for his friend at Total Wine, but he's like, while I was there, he got himself a little something. And it was
while I was there,
a mixture of some sort.
So the mixtures are usually pretty good. Like I saw some,
he's
like
a big fan of those.
There's a pretty solid community on like bourbon, like TikTok. Like I said, I've been hitting around there, and people doing quick videos about like, you can't find Pappy, so here's some other good stuff. Here's some other delicious things. Or you can't find this. Here's some other, this kind of good stuff. So, usually checking those kind of things out. And I'm trying to think of, but someone brought up Michter in one of those videos, so that's what made me think of it. But they were talking about, because they're like, oh, can't find like Pappy 23. Well, here's some other good ones. And the one he brought out was like a Michter 20. It's like, I can't find that either. Like that's like no, like at the very least, like you should bring out something that's like. Maybe
right,
like, but that one, I haven't
right.
seen that one anywhere either. Like,
can't find Pappy 23. Try to find this.
Here's
20.
something equally as difficult to find.
Hard.
It was like, it's like, well, if you can't find Michter, then how about some Elmer T. Lee? Michter's has good flavor, but it's a little thin and expensive. Yeah, I have not had any in a while. I actually last time when I bought this bottle, I was looking for some Michter because I kind of wanted to refresh my palate on what that tasted like. Michter 20 is over a grand. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. No, it was one of those videos where I'm like watching. I'm like, oh, okay, what's it? I'm like, that's dumb. Like I know it. And he had a bottle in his hand. I'm like, okay, that just happens to be the one you have. That maybe all of a sudden, like I was like, oh, William LaRue. Like I just break it out. Like, are you kidding? But yeah, I wanted to get one of those when I bought this, and they didn't have it. Usually they have I think they have a rye and a regular, like that's pretty easy.
I can't remember which one
similarly
he said
easy to find, but they did not have it. But I kind of wanted to refresh my palate on those and was not able to do so.
A Michter refresher.
A Michter refresher. So we kind of already discussed probably what we'll be doing next week. Yeah, I think we have
I'll bring something to open with.
We have 4 to 5 teas actually to try it next week that we got from a tea company that was nice enough to send us some things that they wanted us to try. If we liked it, we might be able to, put together a little something with them. So, but as always, whenever someone reaches out to us, it's never, it's never just, blind faith of like, oh, I bet it's delicious. Yes. Right. What can I, do? It's like, no, I want to try what you have first. Yep. So that's, that's kind of how that winds up going. So, I think we'll wind up doing a giant tea podcast next week. I don't even know if we'd have time for anything else almost with all of those. Maybe an opening of something.
Yeah, we'll
I suppose.
drink something as we talk about it, or and then get things set up, and maybe that'll definitely be different. We'll just sort of freestyle as they do on American Pickers.
Do they freestyle?
That's what they call it.
Is that what no?
We're freestyling it.
We're freestyling it?
They say that a lot, yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's when they're just like going through
Yeah.
all the trash.
Right.
Like, oh, that's right. Okay.
We're bringing it. The little guy, he's really going. He's going in there. He's yeah.
He's really going.
They're freestyling.
The bearded charmer, was he in there? Is that what he's in there doing?
Is that Frank? Is he the bearded
And
charmer?
I think that's what they call him. Is he still on there? Did they make a change in I have not watched that show in forever. Did they make a change in that
unfortunately, we don't have
cast?
History Channel on YouTube TV. That's the one thing that's very well, that and no Fox Sports regional channels, but
But you've got the one that's actually like the local one, right? You have the Arizona
no,
one.
it doesn't even have that. I guess it's part of Bally's Entertainment or something, and they had YouTube TV and Hulu
Bally's
had it as of the
Entertainment.
end of last year.
Okay.
But I guess there's been I was reading the other day, the only streaming service that has the Fox regional network channels is AT&T, which is I think
So not even YouTube?
no, YouTube TV doesn't have it.
Huh.
Oh. No, they had it at the end of last year, it said, but they do not have it now. So
Interesting.
yes.
All right.
So
Well,
who are we
so-
rating?
So we're going to go say hi to Raven, who's usually always in here quite a bit. I see she's streaming right now.
The Mead.
Art of a Mead. That's right.
The Mead
exactly.
connection there.
The Mead connection. I'm sure she's happy to be known as the Mead connection because she supporting her cousin as always. I think it's her cousin.
I think so, yeah.
I think that's who it is. But anyway, yeah. So we're going to say hi to Raven. She's playing some Lego Harry Potter.
Oh, Lego
which is
Harry
always
Potter.
I always remember all of those Lego games very fondly for playing those with my son. I enjoyed my stay. 3 cheers to you, Introvert. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for everyone for being here.
Yep.
I will be on again tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 o'clock Eastern. We'll be doing some Destiny stuff. We will be back together next Thursday,
For
correct?
some tea and
a bunch
other-
of tea,
Yep.
a whole lot of tea.
That's right.
Next week, which will be very fun. That'll be kind of almost getting back to kind of our roots of where a lot of this started with tea and coffee. So we're going to go ahead and do that. If you are not following us on all of the things, shame on you. Absolutely shame on you.
But you can rectify that situation right now.
There you go. Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, all those things, and TikTok. Go check out the TikTok right there. Pocket, so good to
TikTok.
see you as always. Thank you to everybody for hanging out. Let's go say hi to Raven, and everyone have a good rest of your evening for sure. I don't know what everyone else is doing the rest of their evening, but hopefully something fun.
I hope so. How can you top this, though? No, I'm just kidding.
That's true.
Have a good
You
week.
can't be topped.
See him tomorrow.
Good night.